field has been refurbished with new turf, and I've had a chance to be down there. And in our left end zone, we got the maroon Cougars, and on the right end zone, we got the black and orange Tiger logo and the big tiger paw in the middle, and it just looks absolutely fantastic.
I know when I talked to Eck here a number of months ago when this was just in the planning stage, and I said, Eck, what are we going to do with the field? We're not going to have that boring plain field with no color on it, are we? And he said, no way, and he sent me a picture, and it's just beautiful. Tigers in black and orange on the high school end of the field, and Cougars in maroon and gold on the Cougar end of the field, and the sidelines are marked so people know where they're supposed to be and where the players can be, where they can't be, and it's really, really a great venue here at Big Cat Stadium. You know, it's one of the best around, no doubt about it. And the fans have such great view here, Torg. You know, everybody's tight to the field. There's no track around the field, so the stadium is right on top of the field. It's fantastic. It really looks great.
Well, and the other cool thing with the live stream, fans can watch this, and those listening on the radio may be out in the combines and grain trucks and stuff, but the Big Cat Stadium signs and stuff on the between the 15 and the goal line on both sides, and you got the sideline all colored in the big white area where the players have to stand back and stuff. And you know, we got about 8 minutes left in the pregame here, and we came on a little early tonight because it's that first game, and you know, as Lyle said, you know, it's that jittery moment for not just announcers but for the players who've just been through a you know, kind of a weird preseason, and finally now in October 9th, and you got temperatures in the 70s, and you get to play football.
And it's a big thing, you know, Torg. There was no scrimmage, and I know when you're coaching, you always want that scrimmage because, you know, you get those eyes and the headlights out of the way, and the kids have to get out there and do some real hitting because contact is a lot more limited now than it used to be years ago in practice and that type of thing. So, and I know that some of the coaches, I've been listening to Brett's Spotlight on Sports on the radio, and the one thing one of the coaches said he was worried about tackling because, you know, they didn't have a scrimmage and you know, the things that you have to be good at, and one of them is tackling, and that's what he was worried about. And what do you think, Torg? What do these coaches have to prep when it's different with no scrimmage, and what's going to be the things they have to look out for?
Well, I visited practice twice this week, and I walked down the hall with junior running back Durgan Decker in the hallways today, and I said, you know, you got to be, he says, I really got, you know, I got a lot of jitters and stomach's just turning. I said, well, that's great, Durgan. I said, the thing that they haven't done in practice is tackling. They've only been tackling like donut block, you know, blocking dummies and stuff. So they've been a little bit of contact here, and they're going through form tackling, and you know, that's going to make it interesting tonight because now they're going to get after it against their arch rivals. And you know, I will get talking about these teams tonight. I think we'll start with Minnewaska, and you had a chance to talk to one of their assistant coaches. But the thing that we looked at when we got the starting lineups from head coach Christensen is that their entire defensive starting lineup is seniors.
They have got a lot of experience, and I talked to Gordy Mueller. He's the defensive coordinator and the choir director over there at Minnewaska, and him and I have been going at it for years long, you know, before I retired, and he's still doing it. But he really likes, he says, I'm guardedly optimistic, you know, so the coaching staff of Minnewaska is really high on this team. And as you said, they got a lot of seniors. They really, the similarities between this team is I think both teams have good skill position players with a lot of speed. And Gordy said that their backfield of Aaron Versteeg, Darian Alexander, Tyson Meyer, and Max Reichman, a lot of speed. You know, and they're running this option offense out of pistol the way it looks. I'm watching them warm up here. So they'll be in the pistol situation and running this option offense that Coach Christensen brought along with him when he started here a few years ago. And then one of the main concerns is their main place of inexperience is in the line on both offensive and defensive sides, and I see that's where their only really young guys are at. They have a left tackle, Jack Larson, who's a sophomore, and they have a junior, number 60, Hunter Kotslacki, and but the other three guys on their offensive line are seniors, so that's one thing he said that they're really concerned about, how that offensive line is going to be. Then defensively, again, he likes their speed. Meyer and Reichman, he says they might be two of the best linebackers he's ever coached. So that's saying a lot because Gordy's been doing it a long time over there. And then in their secondary, Mitch Gruber, Peyton Johnsrud, Aaron Versteeg, and he really likes Versteeg. He says as a free safety, he's really good. He really plays to the ball. So, and I think that's going to be a key then tonight, you know, that we got to make sure that when we're putting the ball up that we got to keep Versteeg out of our sights and make sure you know where he's at. And he got a wide receiver return that didn't get to play last year by the name of Jackson Statsvold, and he's very fast, and he had a bad quad injury last year, and he sat out the entire season. So So their receivers, and again, I don't know, you can correct me on this, but I don't think Waska's going to want to throw the ball a whole lot, but they do have fast receivers that can be dangerous. So the Tigers have to be sharp defensively, stopping that option attack, and also making sure and cover those fast receivers.
Mark Torgerson and Lyle Rambo here. We're going to be back with more pregame, and we'll give you the starting lineups. We're going to take a 2-minute break and be back here with tonight's kickoff. Stay tuned for Tiger football on 1230 Radio, KMRS.
Don't let a sports injury keep you from doing the things you love. Since 1991, Heartland Orthopedic Specialists has supported and cared for more colleges, high schools, coaches, and athletes than any other practice in the region. Call 888-305-4488 today to schedule an appointment with the region's most preferred orthopedic providers, or learn more at heartlandorthopedics.com. Heartland Orthopedic Specialists, a service of Alomir
I'll do
Health.
the offensive for Morris, and then you can do the defense for them. That's what they're going to announce on the PA, but we haven't talked much about Morris. We'll do that first, and I'll give the starters.
Saturdays. It's not just a Chevy, it's a Heartland Chevrolet. Find new roads at Heartland Motor Company in Morris, or visit heartlandmotor.com.
We got some speed, too.
Today's game is brought to you by Greeley Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, dedicated to providing the best possible solution to your home or business. You can count on us to provide you with a system and since we have installed many systems in this area, we've earned a reputation for doing the job right the first time.
Jackson's
Proudly
going to
serving Glenwood and the surrounding communities. Call Greeley Plumbing today, 320-634-4486. And good luck to all the Minnewaska Lakers student athletes from Fast Global Solutions in Glenwood.
Will you go ask when we go to commercial if we're still on the live stream? Because I got to know that.
What's that now?
We got to make sure that when we go to commercial, they're not picking this up live, are they?
And stands behind every piece
Will you go ask those kids?
63, Jacob Swalla. Kind of interesting, Torg, because his grandparents bought the grocery store from my wife's parents in Raymond back in the 70s. So Jacob Swalla, he's got some Raymond connection.
Yeah.
And I know that they're really high on him. He's a wrestler. His dad's was a heck of a wrestler for the McRae.
Yeah.
So Jacob Swalla, he's one of the D tackles, and he's really a guy that we're going to have to block tonight. He's really a good player. Defensive tackle number 61, Jack Anderson, another senior. DN 52, Dylan Kubski, he's a senior. Defensive end number 51, Ryan Van Leeuwen, he's a senior. Inside linebackers for the Lakers, 34, Tyson Meyer, senior. 35, Max Reichman, a senior. And I know those two linebackers, again, Coach Miller's really high on those guys. Good speed. They cover from sideline to sideline. And then in the defensive backfield, cornerback number 2 is Peyton Johnsrud, a senior. Again, I don't have to say senior. All these defensive players are seniors. Cornerback number 3, Mitchell Gruber. And there's always a Gruber on the team, you know that. And that strong safety, 12, Darian Alexander. At the wide safety, number 1, Jackson Stadsvold. And then at the free safety, again mentioned earlier, a very good player, number 19, Aaron Versteeg. So defensively, Minnewaska got, again, good speed on both sides of the ball.
You're hearing public address announcer Jay Dietz on the live stream here, and also in the background. And the Tigers are in the end zone to our left on the north side of the PE, near the PE center, and Minnewaska lined up in the right end zone, the scoreboard end of Big Cat Stadium here. And shortly we'll have our introductions and anthem. And one thing we've getting used to, that the Tiger opener is always, a few minutes late with all the introductions and anthem and stuff. We have our 5-man official crew standing to our left, and it's just getting just minutes away from the opening kickoff, and I think Jay is going to now do the lineups. So the keys to tonight's game now is Lyle had a chance to talk to the defensive coach from Minnewaska, Gordy Moeller, and so he's got some keys written down. I think a good time to go over those.
So keys to the game, I think, for Minnewaska, I know they want to contain Zach Bruns, and we've been excited to see Zach play his senior year. Of course, he's been limited by injuries the last couple seasons, and I know that when you ref junior high games and ninth grade games way back in the day when Zach was a youngster, he lit it up, and we've been excited to see his senior season. So Waska needs to contain Bruns. And then the other thing is, Waska, they want to have ball control out of their option offense, and they want to maintain control of the football. And, of course, they have opportunities for big plays out of that running game because they got good speed. And for the Tigers, I think the Tigers need to use speed for big plays. We got good speed on the outside and that quarterback, and if we can make some big plays and get some scores, that's going to be huge. And then I said develop the O-line, because we have experienced yet young players. 4 of our 5 guys on the offensive line are juniors, and those guys had a lot of playing time last year. So if those guys can come together, that's going to be huge. And then the last thing, we want to develop our receivers for a balanced attack, and of course we like Jackson Logie on the outside. He's going to be a tough matchup for the Lakers, and also Kenny Soderberg with a lot of speed. So we got guys that can come and get the ball. So if we can develop some receivers for a balanced attack, I think that'll be really good for the Tigers tonight.
And again, the Minnewaska starters on defense being announced, and they're just about ready to announce the Tiger starters, and then we'll have our national anthem. Again, the Tigers won the toss and will receive, and I believe they'll receive to our left, the north end zone here at Big Cat. Just a gorgeous evening. I do look at the flag, and there's a little bit of cross breeze blowing maybe out of the north just a little bit. It looks like northwest, but just a gorgeous evening. We were both down on the field, and like I said, and as far as the social distancing and all that, Minnewaska, I believe, was given 40% of the tickets tonight, and the Tigers kept 60%. So as we look down here, fans that are sitting in families below us, are sitting kind of together, but it's really spaced out. Unfortunate that we can't have a full house, because we certainly would on a homecoming Friday night with our arch rivals playing. There would be a lot more people here, but just so happy that we can live stream this and be on the radio. And again, thanks to all our listeners out there as they start introducing the Tiger offense. And speaking of the Tiger offense, we should also maybe take a look at the Tiger defense, because there's a few different players on there. Monty Fair and Evan Oberg will be the 2 defensive ends. Again, they're both juniors. The nose tackle will be 190-pound Will Brewer, who's a heck of a football player. The 2 outside linebackers will be Brady Bachman and Toby Gonerman. The inside linebacker, probably my favorite player at the end of last year, Jacob Boots, who I think just had a great playoff run, and then inside linebacker with Jacob, with Tristan Rass. And then the 4 defensive backs, Durgan Decker will play a safety, Kenny Soderberg will play the other safety. And then the 2 corners, you got quick Ethan Labria, and then Zach Bruns will be at the other corner. So our corners are about as fast as any corners we'll see probably in a long time in a Tiger uniform.
Exactly. And the other thing, Torg, is that the Tigers really have good size up front. And we got guys that are big guys, but they're also good on their feet. And you know how huge that is. You know, if you got guys that are big and can also move, that's going to be a big deal. And I heard Coach Pope on his Spotlight to Sports today say that, you know, we want to play with the type of fire and Tiger heart that the Tiger football is used to seeing. And these guys are going to come out and hit people, and they're going to tackle. So it'll be interesting to watch this defense because the Tigers have some, again, good size, good speed, and I think they can move well. So and both these teams have similar tendencies in that they got some good size, but yet they have good speed. So it's going to be a good matchup here. Lakers and Tigers getting about ready to kick it off.
I should mention the tech crew. Austin Miller, our tech coordinator at the school, has some young men that certainly deserve a lot of credit, and they're set up to our right here. And these young men you're giving us a professional broadcast here, and we actually have a video screen right here in the press box, and the Tiger coaching staff to our left, the Minnewaska coaches down to our right, and we're about set for the national anthem, and we'll be set for the kickoff. Just an exciting Friday night as the players line up on their respective sidelines, and we'll try to listen in as imagine we might have some singing here. I haven't checked. We'll check in on the national anthem here. We'll listen in.
And now, to honor our nation and all those who have fought to protect our freedoms, we would ask you to all please rise, remove your headgear, and address the flag for the singing of our national anthem by Mr. Greg Spear.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Park neighbor up there on the west side, Mr. Spear, with a great presentation of the anthem, and the Tigers and the Lakers set to go at it on the opener. It's actually the October 9th opener from Big Cat, and the Tigers will be in their orange uniform with the black pants, black numerals, black helmets. Lakers in their traveling gray pants with the white jerseys, blue numerals. I love it when we got the black numbers that are easy to see from up here, Lyle, as we're getting into the point where we need reading glasses, right?
Yeah. Well, we remember PMAC, and he used to get just hot under the collar.
Oh, those
when the uniforms weren't readable.
Oh gosh, that was tough. Minnewaska to kick off. Kicking for them is Isaac Koenig. He's a junior, and back deep for the Tigers. Check and see if it can't quite see the numbers are not turned my way, but Tiger deep men are at about the 10-yard line. Big number 99, Isaac Koenig.
It looks like Kenny, 31,
Yep.
And who was our other one? 20. It's a 2 number.
It might be.
Could be Labria.
Yeah, probably Labria. And we're set. Left-footed kick is high and short. Caught about the 24-yard line, dropped and picked up by Soderberg, gets across the 30 and will be tackled about the 33-yard line on the left hash, where the Tigers will go on offense with senior quarterback Zach Bruns trotting on the field. So short end-over-end kick, picked up, then dropped, but then returned for about 12 yards. Tigers will start on the 33-yard line. They'll go without a huddle. Just underway here. Tigers have 2 receivers right, tight end left, I backfield. Bruns will go under center. Almost jumping offside were the Lakers. Now an audible coming from Bruns. Still 5 on the play clock.
I know the Tigers are using some new play calling system here where they're getting to the line.
And now they want to reset the play clock, so the official is going to give them a fresh 25 here. So
now we're starting at 25, and the Tigers will come to the line of scrimmage early, but then they'll pick up and look at the sideline.
Pitch left.
More signals.
Pitch to Decker, gets across the 35 and tackled for about a 3 or 4 yard gain.
Decker, the ball carrier for the Tigers.
Tristan Rass wears 5 and Decker 6, so we'll try to keep those 2 numbers straight. But Decker, the tailback, Tristan Rass, the fullback. No huddle for the Tigers on 2nd and 6 from the 37.
And that's part of the deal, I think, this year, that they're going to go no huddle. And, again, they're getting extra signals. Now, Bruns, after going under center, he picks up and looks back at the sideline, and now he's going to make his snap call.
Out of the eye, Bruns, pitch left, same play. Decker will get across or right to the 40-yard line. We'll bring up 3rd and 3. So basically the same pitch left off tackle play off that left side. And the Tigers will have a 3rd and short here early. Just underway, 1:05 into the game. Again, Tigers going without a huddle. Logie is split wide right. Now we have receivers both ways, more of a pro set, and he'll go out of the pistol set. That means a little shotgun snap here. Two running backs split behind Bruns. Probably an option look. Bruns rides the fullback, and Rass will have the first down as he drives about a yard or 2 ahead out to the 45. So the Tigers on 3rd and short get the initial first down of the game.
Really good push by the offensive line because that came into a big pile, but the entire pile moved forward, and nice blocking by the Tigers on a tough 3rd and 3 for a first down.
Big Jacob Swallow, Jack Anderson, and Kubski and Van Leeuwenhoek in there, the front 4 for the Lakers. Tigers 1st and 10, again out of the pistol on the left hash. Bruns handoff and tackled in the backfield for a loss of 2.
Number 34 got in there for the defense. That was Tyson Meyer, the linebacker. He really read that play well and came inside.
I don't know if the Tigers
Who carried on that one, Troy?
That was Decker again for a loss of 2, 2nd and 12. Tigers will split Logie right and actually have trips to the left on the short side of the field. Just one back in the backfield with Bruns, so no tight end here. See if the Tigers get their first throw of the evening here. 2nd and 12. Long signal count. Bruns is going to hand off inside, spinning for a couple yards just past the original line of scrimmage as Decker gang tackled by a host of Lakers, including Darian Alexander coming up from the D-back. So it's going to be 3rd and 9 now for Morris Area, Chicago, Alberta.
Yeah, that time, Logie came by himself out to this side, and they just had one D-back out there with him. Number 2, Peyton Johnsrud, looks like he's shadowing him. He's with Logie on the other side now.
So 3rd and long. Logie is split left. Johnsrud one-on-one with him. 3 receivers right. Bruns back to pass, looking right. Throwing, pass, caught. First down Tigers. Soderberg just a yard beyond the sticks to the Laker 44. Second first down on a 3rd and long. Bruns had plenty of time, looked off the wideouts and then got to the middle. Soderberg caught the ball. He'll come out of the game, replaced by Brewer. So the Tigers at the 8:27 mark, still no score. 2 first downs in. They'll go I backfield. Tight end right. Now Bruns will go.
We got a power formation now, Torg, with the tight end and a wing back right behind the tight end there. So looking power formation right.
It'll be handoff to the weak side. Bruns rides him into the hole. He'll keep the ball and get just a couple and then slam backwards. main ball or tackler that time was number 35, Max Reichman, one of the starting linebackers. Gain of probably 2 on the play. 2nd down and 8, 7:45 clock running. Tigers have had 2 first downs. They started with the football in this football game from the 33.
Tigers have Will Brewer in at that tight wing back now inside the tight end, so we got 10 guys right around the line of scrimmage here.
Runze's going to option right, keeps it himself. Alexander will get him after he crosses inside the 40 to about the 38. Will bring up 3rd down and probably about 5 yards to go. Might be in 4-down territory here with positive yards, even though it's 3rd down and 5. Soderberg back in for Brewer as the Tigers split out a little bit, and they'll go pistol.
We've got Trips on the right side. Logie's all by himself on the left side. So sooner or later we're going to take a shot for Logie out there.
Nearing the 7-minute mark, Tigers 3rd and 4. Again, audible called by Bruns as he looks over the defense. Back to pass, has to escape the pressure, and he'll be sacked. Tigers really broke down in protection that time. Bruns had no chance. Linebacker 51 was in there for
Ryan Van Leeuwen with the sack, and the pressure came off the left side. The DN and forced the play, and we had nobody touching him out there. So obviously, as you said, Torg, there was a mix-up in our blocking scheme there on that one.
It looked like the DN was not going to be blocked at all, so that obviously was somebody from the backfield. And the Tigers will punt here with 6:15 left. So halfway almost through the first quarter, the Tigers do get a couple first downs, get across the midfield stripe, but now look like they're going to have to punt. Good snap. Good high spiral. This ball will be fielded about the 5, fumbled, and down it goes at the 5-yard line. I think that's number 11.
Number 12 caught
Number
the punt.
12, that was Darian
Alexander.
Alexander, the quarterback who was back, and that's going to put Minnewaska back in their end zone to huddle
up. In the
up.
old days, Torg, we used to say that if you're inside the 10 and the ball, you were going to fair catch that ball inside 10, let it go and kick in the end zone. Now in the pros, that doesn't always work, but I think Darian would like to have that one over, and he let it go because he had room for that ball just to bounce into the end zone. So.
And I got to find out who our punter was because I missed that. It's my fault.
Tristan Rass, number 5 is our punter.
Beautiful kick, spiral. All right, Minnewaska will actually split receivers both ways, so they got doubles on both sides, and in the pistol at the goal line is Alexander. Halfway through the quarter, in motion, Meyer. And here's an inside handoff with some running room. Soderberg gets him at about the 10. He cut back, that being the runner Meyer. He was in motion from left to right, cut back against the grain and got out to across the 10. So a gain of 5 or almost 6 yards. So 2nd and 4 Lakers.
Nice tackle by Kenny Soderberg coming up from the safety position because there was a nice hole as he cut back, and Soderberg came up and filled and made a tackle right on the spot.
So the little bit maybe the scheme for Minnewaska now is they are spreading people out to start. We knew they were going to go out of the pistol, but they got 3 receivers right and no tight end right now. Alexander will ride Meyer and then keep it himself and get out about a yard from the first down out to the 14. So
Raffs and Boots on the tackle, and it looks like he's going to have a gain of 4. It's going to be short 1. Who carried on that one? That was Meyer.
The quarterback, Lyle, got out to, he rode Meyer and then kept it himself.
Well, that's right. He pulled it out of there, and that's what they're going to run, this option offense, and they have motion going on. And so the option offense, the defensive people have to make sure and stay to their keys. And if you got the dive, you got to take the dive. If you got the pitch, you got to take the pitch. So everybody's got to stay to their keys to do a good job.
3 in the backfield now, still out of the pistol. Alexander in motion. Inside handoff, first down, and a couple more as a big pile, almost a rugby scrum, all the way out to the 20. Have to catch the ball carrier when the pile breaks up here.
Gain of 6 for a first down.
Waska's first down of the game, gets the ball out to the 20.
That was Reichman on the carry.
Okay, Reichman and officials timeout. With 4:11 left in the first quarter, there's still no score here from Big Cat. A little equipment problem, and Alexander threw something to the sideline, and now they're set to go. Still 29 on the play clock, and now they're going to put it up to 25. And 4:10 clock running now. 1st and 10, Minnewaska at their own 20. 3 in the backfield, receivers both ways. In motion to left, handoff, power off tackle, big hole into the secondary, and Bruns has to tackle the ball carrier all the way out to the 38-yard line.
Aaron Versteeg on the carry, coming in motion out of that wing position. That was a gain of...
They're going to mark him back to the 37, so he got 17 yards on that. 3:30 left, no score. Tigers and Lakers. Minnewaska with the ball. This drive started on their 5. They have 2 first downs. Trips left. Got 2 in the backfield, inside handoff, and finding a little hole and getting out to the 40, 41-yard line. So early in this drive, it looks like the Minnewaska offensive line is actually getting some penetration into the Tiger defense, and they've been gaining some yards here. Tigers had a couple first downs, maybe the yardage a little bit tougher, but because they started on the 5, Lyle, they're still only out to the 40, 2nd and 7.
Now, when Coach Christensen came into Waska here just a few years ago, he wanted to install this option offense, and he's definitely got his kids, sold on it.
And this time the Tigers, and there was a little mix-up on the snap, but the Tigers penetrate and tackle the ball carrier for a loss.
On the carry on that inside handoff, and he ended up losing 2 on that one.
Number 19, that's Aaron Versteeg. It's now 3rd down and probably 8 to go here. We'll see. With 2:20 left in the first quarter here, we'll see if Waska goes to the air for the first time.
It'll be interesting now. They're running a trip set, and the Tigers are really only honoring it with 2 players out on that side. So now they're not trips on this set, but you would expect them to go to that sooner or later because the Tigers are really, working hard to stop the run.
Johnsrud left, looking Alexander, pressure on, wide open receiver, caught Versteeg out of the wing spot, and he'll be tackled inside Tiger territory. So that time, coming out of the backfield, the Tigers had good coverage on the wide out, but not on the back out of the backfield, and he gets a first down, that being Versteeg.
25-yard gain came out of the backfield on the wheel route and came up the sideline, and the ball was perfectly thrown.
Minute 38, clock running as they set the chains. Still in the first quarter. We're scoreless at Big Cat. Homecoming night for the Tigers. Opener. Receivers both ways. 3 in the backfield out of the pistol. Alexander will hand off. Big 35 Max Riekman gets penetration into the Tiger linebacker area and gain of 5 on the play. They'll spot the ball at the 35. So maybe a gain of 6. 2nd and 4. Tigers putting in Klein Wolterink. They're trying to keep fresh people in that offensive or defensive line. Just a minute to go here on a quickly played first quarter with the ball being on the ground other than the Versteeg completion. Bruns got sacked on the Tiger attempt. Meyer, nothing doing on that one. Tigers, he tried to go off tackle from left to right, and nothing doing on that one. Loss of a couple on the play.
There's big Monty Fair breaking through with some penetration, making the first hit, and that's huge if you can get that defensive line and the penetration there.
Minnewaska could get by without running a play here. There's 28 seconds left, but the play clock is a little behind the game clock, so they could let this run out. We'll see. It's 3rd down and about 6. Ball at the Tiger 37. 2 receivers left, 1 right. You got a strong formation left here. I'm glad that the Tigers jumped offside. That's not what you want to have happen.
That's the thing in the high school, of course, if you jump offside and break that neutral zone, the whistle blows right away. And probably sometimes you get a chance, you don't make contact, you get a chance to get back. But Monty just jumped offside, and it's a 5-yard penalty, of course. Now that sets up a 3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 6. That's pretty huge.
That changes it because you're also probably in 4-down territory.
You got the penalties on your chart?
Yep.
Okay.
And we got the first quarter is going to end. So when we come back for quarter number 2, it'll be 3rd down and short for Minnewaska as they switch ends here. Stay tuned for more Tiger football on 1230 Radio KMRS.
No score on board.
Working still or not? Test 1, 2.
Jeff Backer is committed to helping senior citizens lead healthy and independent lives. Jeff Backer has the experience we need and the values we trust. Go to jeffbacker.com and become a backer today. Jeff's been everywhere.
Paid for by Citizens for Jeff Backer. 12:30 a.m. 107.7 FM. It's 7:22. Currently at 68 degrees and skies are clear. Let's send it back to Big Cat Stadium. Quarter number 2 action.
Thank you, Jason. Back here, Mark Torgerson, Lyle Rambo, ready to start quarter 2.
You know, Tord, the one thing we didn't mention was the history of the last 2 seasons. Last year, Waska won this game 6-0. And the previous year, Waska won this game 7-6.
Yeah.
There's only been 3 touchdowns scored in the previous 2 seasons, and now we just went through a whole first quarter. Each team had the ball once, and the first quarter's gone. So I would say that Waska's running attack has been pretty sharp. You know, they ate up 5 minutes and 12 seconds in that drive, and they still have the ball, and they're going to set up 3rd and 1 now at the Morris 32.
So Minnewaska going from left to right as we look out at Big Cat, and the ball is on the right hash. Out of the pistol with a strong left formation. Rolling left, Alexander. Tigers put some pressure on. Throw out there, incomplete as they went. And good pressure by the Tigers, and Gonerman had the pressure for the Tigers. And now you have 4th down and a yard. So Waska decides to go for the home run on 3rd and short, and now they'll go for it on 4th down.
I really like that play call because that's good. I think that's good creative thinking there. You got a shot to rip off a bunch of yards and get a score. Credit the Tigers for covering that so well, and Gonerman came off from his defensive end position and really put heat on the quarterback.
Yeah, that was Alexander got pressure. He had to throw it maybe a little early.
Now the Tigers have a shot at a big stop here on 4th and 1.
3 in the backfield. Handoff, cut back, 1st down.
It's going to be real close.
Oh, it's close. It's short of the 30.
They're stopping the clock here to make a measurement. 34 was on the carry.
They give him the 1st down.
That's Myers, so he gained 1.5.
I think they had to get just inside the 31, and they did all the way to the 30. So it'll be the 4th 1st down in this drive for the Lakers that started on the 5, approximately almost halfway through the first quarter. So this drive's been almost 7 minutes now. Tigers had the first 6 minutes but didn't score, having to punt. Receivers 2 right, 2 left. Single back is Reichman. Alexander's going to look to pass. Pressure, throw. Intercepted by the Tigers. Labria cutting back for about a 5-yard. That was a pass that was inside the intended target, and Labria picked him off, and the Tigers get a big play defensively and will take over.
On a 1st down and 10, they obviously didn't catch the Tigers' nap, and Labria broke on the ball. The ball was just overthrown from the left side of the receiver. Labria made a nice break to pick that off. Huge stop for the Tigers. The Tigers take over with 10:57 to go in the second quarter, still 0-0.
That's the one thing we should always add, the keys to the game, turnovers, because now the Tigers, after giving up 4 first downs, get the ball back with a big turnover. Just under 11 minutes to go, no score here. Bruns will work out of the pistol. He's got running backs on either side, and it's kind of a pro set. You got tight end Gonerman left. Back to pass, thrown deep. Ball out there, caught. Soderberg. Can he get to the house? Not quite.
Wow.
Tackled. What a perfect throw.
Tackled on the 15-yard line.
He caught it just outside the 30 and was almost ready to fall down, and that caused him not to break away. But a touchdown-saving tackle by the corner that time, but Kenny got the big first down.
52-yard play to Kenny Soderberg.
Tigers on the left hash. They'll go without a huddle. 2 receivers right, I backfield, Rass and Decker. Tight end left. Now Bruns looking it over, gets a signal from the sideline from Coach Viss. Pitch left. Decker inside, gets about 3, down to the 12. Tigers definitely, with 10 minutes to go, are in 4-down territory already.
Kubski 52 and DN Van Leeuwen 51 on that stop on that coming around the left side there. So
spot the ball at the 11, so 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4, nice carry for Decker. Decker's a hard runner. He's got good speed. He hits the hole hard. the Tiger offensive line give him a little more seam now. Maybe he could break one here.
Again, Gonerman's tight end left. Logie and receiver right are in the. Bruns is going to keep it himself. He'll cut in and run into a wall about the 9-yard line.
My man Jacob Swallow there with the big stop from the inside, big old 63, and he put him in a bear hug and put him on the ground. So we got a gain of 2.
Haven't seen the true option yet, Lyle. Logie will be right. Soderberg will be split left here. Gonerman, the tight end, left. So on 3rd down and 4 here.
Logie's wide right, and he's got one-on-one coverage. Absolutely no help out there on the right side.
Yeah, this will be a jump ball maybe for Logie here. We'll see. Bruns put that one to Soderberg on the money. Quick slant. Soderberg, touchdown.
What a play. Fake inside. Soderberg with a 7-yard touchdown.
Was that Zach Bruns or was that Russell Wilson? That was a beautiful throw.
He made the play fake inside, and then he just fired that slant into Soderberg from the left side for a TD.
Was that about 9 yards or 8 yards? 8 yards.
8-yard TD. I had 7, but you're always a man with the numbers. I love that.
So Kenny really with most of the yards on that. He had the 52-yard and then the touchdown. The Tigers have a 6-0 lead, 8:46 mark. Extra point, so vital here. Snap, place, kick, and it is good. Bruns kicked it through. Gonerman the holder. The Tigers have a 7-0 lead. We'll take a break on homecoming night from Big Cat. You're listening to Tiger Football on 1230 Radio, KMRS Morris.
Stop by John's Total Entertainment.
In buying, selling, and trading new and used DVDs, video games, and trading cards. John's also has a large selection of collectible card games, RPGs, and games. So whether you're looking for an afternoon of fun, an evening's entertainment, or a lifetime hobby, you'll find what you're looking for at John's Total Entertainment. John's is open 10 a.m. until 6 p.m. Monday through Wednesday, 10 to 8 Thursday through Saturday, and noon to 5 on Sunday. John's also carries hundreds of books and does special orders weekly.
This is Dr. Toby Perkins, Sports Medicine Director at Stevens Community Medical Center. We are proud to offer orthopedic services, radiology, physical therapy, and athletic training all under one roof. SCMC and NovaCare Rehabilitation, keeping you in the game.
12:30 a.m., 107.7 FM, 7:29. Owls out to a 22-0 lead in the first half against Ortonville. Let's send it back to you guys.
So Hancock leading 22-0 on our sister
Trojans. CGB, my old stomping grounds, beat Brandon Evansville today 20-6, and congratulations, Coach Gibson. Left-footed kick will bounce and almost die about the 25-yard line. Now return right and getting across the 35 all the way across the 40. Tigers not doing a good job of tackling, and number 1 Stadsvold gets all the way out to the 41. So a short kick and a pretty good return.
16-yard return. He picked it up at the 25, and Stadsvold, the guy we were talking about, that he's pumped to be out there because he didn't get to play last year, and he didn't get to play last year because of injury.
So the Tigers turn the turnover, the interception by Labria, goes 67 yards on 4 plays. A big play, a 52-yard pass to Soderberg. He catches a 9-yard touchdown pass. Waska back on offense now with a 7-0 Tiger lead. Handoff option left with some room. Versteeg into the secondary, and down he goes, but not till he gets across the midfield stripe and gets a first down. He had a full head of steam when he got the pitch from Alexander, and he gets 12.
Durgan Decker came up with a nice tackle, 12-yard gain for Alexander.
5 first downs for the Lakers. The Tigers with 4 first downs. The Tigers have the only points with 8:10 left in the second quarter.
Well, that's the first time they faked inside and came outside with that pitch option, so the Tigers have to make a little adjustment on that.
3 in the backfield. This time it's option right. Same play, fumbling the ball, and now picking it up and going down to a knee is number 34, Tyson Meyer. That's a big loss for the Lakers. At that time the pitch was a little wide, but then might have been looking ahead and lost the football. That's a loss of about 11 yards back to the 40 on Minnewaska's own side of the midfield stripe.
Huge, and it looked like it was a good pitch too. He just fumbled it. They ran the same play, and I see it now. We actually have replay here, Torg. So Austin has got us set up with replay, and we've never had that before in the KMRS booth. So that's pretty sweet.
22 yards to go after the loss of 12 on the play. 2 receivers left. That's the wide side. Alexander in the pistol. Back to pass, looking, throwing deep. Man out there, but he's well overthrown. Receiver had a couple steps. That was Stradsvold. Alexander threw the ball fairly early, and the timing not quite there, and it was incomplete by a good 3 or 4 yards.
I think you called that just right, Torg. He did throw it too early, and I don't know if the pressure was bothering him, but when Stradsvold made his break up field with Labria covering him, he was open, and he just threw that ball too deep. Good break for the Tigers. We got 3rd and long now.
7-0 Tiger lead, 7:10 mark of quarter number 2. Tigers bringing an extra D back. I'll play it a little bit softer here. Alexander runs into his own running back, and down he goes. Big number 74 that time for the Tigers, Oberg.
Evan Oberg with a beautiful tackle there. Came in, and it looked like a little mix-up in the backfield, so he only got a gain of 3, and Oberg with the stop. So it looks like Waska's going to punt. You wouldn't really expect any kind of chicanery here with 4th and 20.
Alexander is the punter and also their quarterback, and the Tigers have 2 deep back, I believe Soderberg and Labria, standing at their 25. 6:35 clock running, 7-0 Tiger lead.
Alexander punting for the Lakers.
Good snap, Alexander. High end over end kick. Caught at the 22 to the outside. Labria gets around the corner across the 40 out to the 45. Great return that time by Labria to give the Tigers good field position out to their 45.
35-yard punt with an 18-yard return. So a nice return to give the Tigers good field position.
So Waska actually crossed the midfield stripe and had a first down inside Tiger territory. Ends up having to punt, and the Tigers have the ball about the place where Minnewaska had the first down. But the fumble on the option play really cost them on that play, on that last series, 6:17 clock stop. Tigers will have the ball on the right hash. Trips right. In the backfield is Decker with Bruns. Decker will get the handoff, and he drives ahead and gets about 5.
Good block
6,
there.
maybe
Decker
7.
slashing ahead. He carried a couple guys with him on the tackle.
So they're going to mark the ball at the 48 in Laker territory. A gain of 6, almost 7 on the play.
Reichman again on the tackle. As we know, the Waska linebackers are they're doing a good job covering.
Again, same formation. Logie split out wide left, the wide side of the field. Bruns will go under or in the pistol. Same handoff. Decker first down.
Nice blocking up front on the inside handoff. Decker slashed for yardage. Got hit by the linebacker, but after he gained 6 for another Tiger first down.
Rass, Knobloch, Klein Wolterink, Fair, Bachman, the 5 interior linemen, Gonerman, the tight end, doing the job. 5 first downs for each of these football teams tonight. 5:23 clock running, 7-0 Tiger lead. Bruns gets the snap. We have pulling guard and tackle. Bruns into the secondary. He's gone. 10-5. Touchdown.
And that's the electricity we've been looking to see. Faked inside to Decker, and then he cut back. He went up the inside to the left side, cut back down the far sideline. He was gone once he got through that secondary. Zach Bruns with a long TD run. You know what set that up? Of course, Decker had 2 nice runs on first and second down or to make that first down. And so the play action, or excuse me, the play fake really sucked the defense, and Bruns took off. How many yards was that?
44-yard run for Bruns. And the Tigers have opened up a 13-0 lead with a quick strike. Bruns to kick the extra point. Snap, place, kick, up, line drive, and it's good. 14-0 Tigers. Soderberg comes off the field a little bit. I think he's fine, but he was limping just a little bit. We'll check that as we come back. 14-0 Tigers. Stay tuned for more Tiger football on 1230 Radio, KMRS Morris.
Are you out in the field thinking about your crop and how the rest of the year will work out? This is Nate Hilmer, agricultural lender with Lowry State Bank. With all the uncertainty that 2020 has given us, you can depend on a locally owned ag bank that's worked through the ups and downs of farming since 1899. At Lowry State Bank, we have a team dedicated to see you through into 2021 and beyond. Once harvest is complete, stop in or give us a call. We're a small town bank, big on service. Lowry State Bank, member FDIC.
Morris Electronics offers great sales and service on computers, printers, accessories, and networks. Morris Electronics offers in-shop service, or they can bring their service shop to you. Stop in and visit with their professional, friendly staff at Morris Electronics, downtown Morris.
12:30 a.m., 107.7 FM, 737, 67 degrees. Let's send it back to Big Cat Stadium.
Decker.
Do the kicking this time. Last time it was Bruns. 5:09 left. The Tigers have 2 touchdowns in quarter number 2, lead 14-0. Decker with a short kick. And this will be fielded, then fumbled, and dove on about the 32. So the Tigers get that 44-yard touchdown from Bruns and now have a 14-0 lead. Minnewaska back on offense.
Torg, was Brunsy still kicking?
No, that was Decker that time.
Decker was kicking. It was like a 27-yard kick. But
if they're having a contest right now, it's even because they both kicked the end over end and had about 87 spins on it. But this one, the Tigers stop them at the 32 as the ball was actually fumbled and they had to just crawl on it at the 32. Alexander was surrounded. Tigers blitz.
Whoa,
and the blitz
Boots.
and a fumble.
Boots shot right through there and hit him right at the handoff, Torg, and there's a fumble on the play, but
Lakers
recovered.
get it. So that was just Boots coming in a seam that was like, you know, the Vikings like to run that with Barr, and he just came in untouched and he messed up the handoff. I don't know if it was going to be the running back or the quarterback, but he got both of them. Loss on the play of 4 yards. So 4.5 minutes to go here in the first half. 2nd down and 14. Lakers will send 2 receivers right. Outside receiver is Johnsrud. Alexander, option right. Tigers get him from behind.
Donovan forced the play, and then Tristan Rass was falling from the linebacker spot. Donovan made the quarterback cut inside, and then Tristan Rass cut him down. Good defense by the Tigers, a gain of 1.
Yeah, 3rd and 13 now with just a little over 4 minutes to go on a 14-0 Tiger lead. Morris Area, Chicago, Alberta, and Minnewaska area here on homecoming, the home opener. Decker will come out, Soderberg in. Tigers take out a linebacker, bring another defensive back in. Now you got Stradsvold wide right, Johnsrud wide left, and a slot back. Back to pass, Alexander. Throwing one out there, and again, throw one actually out of bounds. Really good coverage by Labria that time as the pass was.
Once again, Versteeg coming on that wheel route that they caught the Tigers with earlier, but this time the coverage was there. And very, very good coverage by Labrie out on this side, and that's going to force a punting situation for the Lakers.
Both teams have all 3 timeouts left. It's still 3:41. You know, the Tigers don't huddle up, so time not a factor right now. Alexander to punt. Both return men, Labria and Soderberg, about at their own 40-yard line here. Alexander standing about at his 20. Good snap. High kick this time. Might be a fair catch. And fumbling it, Tigers get a lucky bounce.
Soderberg recovered. Labria fumbled the punt.
Yeah, that should have been a fair catch, and Ethan had it go off him, and then luckily Kenny got a good bounce, and the Tigers will take the ball at the 23. Fortunate that wasn't a turnover, but again, heads up by Soderberg to recover that muff.
45 yards on that punt. That's a good field position change for the Lakers, and they needed that.
So the Tigers will start on the 23. 3.5 minutes to go. Precisely 3:32. So the scoring, Tigers had a 67-yard drive on 4 plays and a 55-yard drive on 3 plays, both in the second quarter. 52-yard pass play and then a 8-yard pass play to Soderberg on the first drive. Bruns with the 44-yard run on the second. Receivers both ways. Logie on the short side left. Bruns has 2 in the backfield with him. Back to pass, looking, long, pass, out there, caught, 50, 40, 30, 20, to the house.
Kenny the Jet, he made a stop-and-go move, Torg, and he completely lost the cornerback, and Bruns threw a dime. That was a beautiful play on the go pattern up the right sideline. Kenny Soderberg has got some wheels.
Talk about not needing much time.
67-yard TD pass.
About the shortest drive in Tiger history for time. That was just a strike, and it was put on the money. For the extra point kick, Tigers lead 20-0.
Kind of reminded me of Stephen Freeman to John Kelly.
There you go, way back.
That was a 95-yarder, but that's way before our time.
Brunsy, this one is wide left and short, so no good. So Minnewaska now trailing 20-0. We'll get the football back with 3:22 to go. We'll keep it here on that quick strike again, and you're seeing the replay on the stream right now. And once Kenny, on the first one he caught Lyle behind, he was almost falling down, caught his balance, and that's why they caught him. I don't think they would have caught him on the other one either.
Well, in this case, though, for some reason I was watching his route out there, and he ran a little stop and go.
Yeah.
And we got to remember to watch this dang replay screen.
Yeah, I just watched it.
Showed it, and the cornerback sat down on his stop, and then Kenny ran right by him and runs through a dime, and he caught him perfectly in stride. That is a beautiful pass play for the Tigers, up 20-0. Right here with 3:32 to go in the second quarter.
Well, about the time you mentioned the low scoring 0-0, 7 or 6-0, 7-6 the last 2 years, the Tigers responded, and it all started, I think, with the Labria interception. Looked like the Lakers had things going their way up front. Now the Tigers have settled, and defensively they've made a couple stops in a row. Line drive kick caught at the 30-yard line, fumbled, and I think the Lakers got it back at the 31. It's almost like there's some grease on that football, but getting the football out to the 32-yard line are the Lakers.
For the Lakers. It'll be first and 10 Lakers at their own 32.
With 3:16 to go in the second quarter, the Tigers have a 20-0 lead here on the beautiful new turf at Big Cat Stadium on a beautiful evening for football. Friday night lights are on, Torg. This is pretty fantastic.
3:16 to go, and Minnewaska will send two receivers to the right. Pitch, nothing doing.
Big loss.
Excuse me.
I'm trying to catch that. Is that Logie out there playing? Yep, that's Logie out there playing the DM. They tried to run the option pitch to the left, and Logie just corralled that. And then Rask came in to clean up. So on the straight pitch play with no fumble, that's a loss of 8 yards. That's a big loss.
Second down.
Tackle for loss by the Tigers, 86, Jackson Logie.
About 18 to go.
Second and 18 here from their own 25-yard line.
Two receivers left, one right. Back to pass, quick throw, almost picked off by Logie.
Quick screen to the left, Logie broke through and almost picked that off. That was close to being 6.
It was going to be a quick screen, and Logie, when he playing DN that time, he just went out, and the ball all of a sudden was almost there, and he put his hands out, and he really didn't have time to hardly react, but that was close to being another Tiger turnover or Tiger score.
The Tigers have really picked up the pressure now. As you said, in Minnewaska's first drive, they ate up a lot of time, and they really looked sharp moving the ball on the ground. But defensively now, the Tigers are bringing a lot more pressure on the inside.
Playing soft are the Tiger D-backs now on 3rd down and 17. They need to get out to the 42. Alexander has some room. Pass caught, and immediate tackle by Labria at the 33-yard line. It'll still be 9 yards short of the first down. Caught by number 21.
That's Damon Udi.
Yep.
Damon Udi with the catch.
So the clock stops because he went out of bounds, so still 2:27 left, all 3 timeouts for the Tigers. Big thing now, Tigers got to catch this punt. Had a little trouble last time.
Once again, I don't think the Lakers will be thinking about any kind of shenanigans on a fake punt here, way deep in their own end, but they need something to get themselves going.
Alexander, high kick. Fair catch signal. Caught. Smart decision there. Labria at the 32-yard line. Tigers take over. So the loss of yardage, you had the boots blitz, and then you had the big play by Logie, but getting into those, not getting positive yards on first down has really hurt the Lakers their last 2 or 3 drives. They had a fumble option and then 2 consecutive losses on the next 2 drives.
I like the defensive adjustments by the Tigers to really make a difference here.
Tigers without, Logie is in there now, split to the short side. Again, 2:21 to go, plenty of time for the Tigers. Leading 20-0. Bruns with a long count this time. Inside handoff, fullback.
Nice gain of 6 there, Tristan Rass.
Tigers will again, go no huddle as they have the whole night. So nice gain of 5 or 6 on the play. Ball at the 37, officially 5-yard gain according to the scoreboard. We'll go with it.
A lot of time left here with 2 minutes exactly and the clock ticking. And Morris has all 3 timeouts remaining.
Well, I see now that they have a different player on Soderberg out there, Johnsrud. Caught in the backfield. That play went nowhere for the Tigers. Rass with a loss of a yard back to the...
Again, 52 and 51, Van Leeuwen and Kupski teamed up, and that they came from each defensive end to make that stick.
Now the Tigers with 1:30 can take their time if they end up having to punt here. They'll leave Minnewaska not a lot of time, but they probably are going to put the ball in the air and try for the first down here on 3rd and 7. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Bruns is looking. Quick throw, quick strike to the midfield stripe, and that's Soderberg again.
Soderberg on the slant to the inside for a gain of 19 yards.
Boy, do those two have some chemistry.
He's been a favorite receiver here. Beautiful play for the first down. Clock running with 1 minute left.
Bruns still calling the signals, 52 seconds. Back to pass. Quick throw. Logie has it. Gets the first down and gets out of bounds inside the 35.
13-yard gain for Logie. Nice stop pattern. Then he made the run after the catch. He pushed the defensive back hard, and Bruns again just right on the money. I don't think Zach has an incomplete pass. I've got him.
He got sacked on the first attempt, but he has not thrown an incomplete pass.
He is right now 6 for 6, and he's got, of course, some big strikes to Kenny Soderberg. So the Tigers are now set up on the 33-yard line.
They have 2 receivers left and right. Logie wide right. Little swing pass coming. Caught. Decker cuts back inside and gets a few. Probably get a timeout here if you're Coach Pope, and he does.
Nice play, gain of 4 to Decker.
35 seconds left, and the Tigers lead 20-0. There's a timeout on the field. We'll be right back with Tiger football. Stay tuned on 1230 Radio, KMRS.
Looking for new windows? Then stop in at Hooters Lumber Insurance.
With 34 seconds left.
Swell, shrink, or for Thermotech windows, stop at Hooters Lumber in Chicago today. Savoros Co-op and Cenex South has everything you need to keep you going, whether it's gas for your vehicle or snacks to keep you going with a quick bite in their deli, hot dogs, brats, soup of the day, and now offering Wisconsin meat sticks and cheese products, along with a quick fill at the pump. At Morris Co-op, their auto shop has you covered with oil changes, auto repairs, and tires. Stop in today at the Morris Co-op and Cenex South.
1230 AM, 107.7 FM, 750, 66 degrees. Let's send it back to Big Cat.
Again, thanks for tuning in to KMRS and our live stream tonight from Big Cat.
As, the Tigers have a 20-0 lead over the Lakers of Minnewaska. 36 seconds to go here, and the Tigers have two timeouts left. It's 2nd down and 6 from the Laker 28-yard line, and the Tigers have come to the sideline. You know, the water situation too. Coach Pope and I talked about that at the Powder Puff game, which was won by the juniors in overtime, by the way. But we talked about how you're going to work the water deal, and I think he's got a good system going. Back to the action here. Tigers 2nd down.
Everybody's got their own jug of water, I think, is what they got.
And they got a buddy that hands it to him. Back
smart.
to pass, Brunsey. He's going to have to scramble. He gets to the outside. He's got some running room. He's going to keep going himself. Gets inside the 15 and goes out of bounds.
The 10-yard
He's a left-handed Russell Wilson, Lyle.
Yes, he is. That's a 15-yard scramble for Bruns. He got pressure from both sides, but he duked the D end on the left side inside, and then he took it right on the outside. And, of course, we know the kind of speed that Brunsy's got.
1st and goal at the 10. The Tigers have to get the touchdown because they're right on the 10.
27.2 seconds to go here. Tigers still have 2 timeouts left, Torque.
Time not a factor here. Just got to execute here. Brunsey will have 3 receivers right, Logie left. Looking. Now scrambling. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to get inside the 5 and almost down to the 3. They're going to mark him out between the 4 and the 3-yard line. So, again, Brunsey just playing Fran Tarkington back there for the people back in the 60s and 70s, but he's just scrambling around buying time, and then he got positive yards.
That makes the difference between Brunsey and Fran is that Brunsey is so dangerous to gain yards after the scramble, where Fran would scramble and scramble
just
and
to throw.
Yeah, but like you said, he definitely had the Fran targeted look there.
Now running is still an option here because you got 2 timeouts from the 3. Back to pass, Bruns, little high lob. Jackson Logie can't quite get it. Why not? Has a much shorter defender on him, and it's now 3rd down.
Defended well there by Mitchell Gruber. He hung right in there tight with Logie, so Logie tried to get the jump on that, but the ball was off the top of his fingers. So.
See, I think Johnsrud now is going to come over and guard Logie, which Johnsrud was guarding Soderberg, and, take your medicine there. You
pick your poison, right?
Yeah. So there is another timeout on the field. The Tigers are going to talk this one over, so we'll take another timeout. It's 3rd and goal Tigers when we come back on 1230 radio, KMRS.
Now this drive started at our own 32.
Brought to you by Die-Cast Specialty.
Starbucks, a proud supporter of local events, and they'd like to take this time to wish the Lakers good luck. Good luck from everyone at Die-Cast Specialties Corporation in Starbucks. And internet has become a part of our daily life. Have you ever counted the devices in your home that use internet service? The more devices, the faster internet you'll need. Talk to Runestone Telecom about what speed you'll need to keep everything running smoothly at your house. They know how the right speed will help keep things moving in your household, allowing you more time to do all the things you love. For more information on high-speed internet, contact Runestone Telecom Association in Hoffman.
12:30 a.m., 107.7 FM, 7:53, now down to 64 degrees. Let's send it back to Big Cat.
Tigers have used a timeout even though the clock was stopped, but they still have 1 timeout, and there's just 15.9 seconds left. So it's 3rd and goal. More important to get the right play call here, just inside the 3 here, and both teams huddled around their respective coaches. This is a big play in the football game on both sides.
Tigers forced a Minnewaska punt with 3:16 left in the, with 2:21 left in the period, and we took the ball at our own 32, and now the Tigers have moved it all the way down.
And we had a 3rd and 8, Lyle, and we converted on that beautiful pass to Soderberg.
19-yard catch to Soderberg was the big play in the drive, and then a Bruns 15-yard scramble.
Logie is split. Bruns is going to call his own number, and he'll be tackled for a loss. Back to the 4. And the Tigers will go for it here with 9.7 seconds left. Bruns was just trying to find some room. Good contained by the Lakers. We'll keep it here with just the 9 seconds left.
Kupski and Van Leeuwen, those DNs have been tough. Brunsy faked inside to
now the Lakers
to Decker. Decker took the fake inside, and then Bruns tried to run on his own, but the Lakers closed it up tight.
This is a key play, Lyle, because the Lakers get the football to start the half. If they give up a touchdown here, they're going to go in a little bit down, but if they can make a stop here and say, hey, we're still in this one, only down 3 scores, and the Tigers missed that last extra point, so it's 20-0 right now. The Tigers really want to put another score. Remember, they had this 2nd down from the 3, now it's 4th down. Logie will be left, and I'm sure Johnsrud will be on him, much taller player on Logie, and we'll see if the slot back.
We got a trip bunch to the wide side of the field.
Brunsey's going to hand it off to Decker, and he gets into the end zone. Great play call.
Beautiful play call on the option. Bruns rode Decker for 2 or 3 yards and let him have it off the right side, and the offensive line folded the Lakers back. Touchdown, Decker, 4-yard run.
That's, again, good decision, and you don't always know how it's going to go when you run it because you had to get to the goal line, but, boy, there was a nice hole over there. So a 4-yard run with 6.5 seconds left, and the Tigers now lead 26-0. They are going to try to kick the extra point. Bruns is 2 for 3. And now they're going to fake it. Bruns looking, rolling, throwing, caught, back of the end zone. 2-point conversion. Is that Gonerman?
I got to check here now. Who's in on that extra point team? Jackson Logie. Was it Logie?
It's right here.
It was 88 or 86.
The number 88, I don't know who you are. Good job. With 6.5.
That's on the back of our program, Lyle.
I know I got it here, but I don't see an 88. 28. How about 89, Dan Travis?
Who was that, Coach Rose? McNally, Flynn.
Flynn McNally. He's not on my roster. He's wearing 88. Flynn McNally on the 2-point conversion.
I thought when I watched my son's sophomore games a couple years ago, Flynn was a very improved football player. 6.5 seconds left. The Tigers now with the 2-point conversion lead 28-0. And
Torgy, you talk about excellent use of the 2-minute drill. We got the ball back with 2:21, and the Tigers scored with 6.5 seconds on the clock. And Brunn's making plays. He's really been playing well. He's got 1 incompletion on the night. He's got 7 completions plus a completion for a 2-point conversion. So
Decker to kick.
Really good play by our QB, Zach Bruns.
Just a little onside kick and cradling it at the 48-yard line. So Minnewaska could throw a Hail Mary here with Alexander's arm. Tigers will probably just have to stop him one time here, but probably the right thing to do.
For the Lakers, that was a nice play by number 4, Easton McCrory, because he was playing up in the front line. He's a junior, 5'8", 145-pound junior, and that's a tough play because those guys are coming at you hard. He made a nice recovery. That's so Lakers hopefully will get the ball. They'll get a chance to get the ball down and try to come back after halftime.
So that last drive for the Tigers started on the 32, so it was a 68-yard drive. Lakers will split receivers, 2 to the right, 1 left. And Alexander will roll right, and he's going to throw one deep. And he overthrows everybody, and there's 0.9 seconds left.
Riley Reimer's back there with Soderberg on defense in great position. Also, Cole Wente back there deep on the coverage. So the Tigers have got some extra D-backs in, and they're doing a nice job covering.
So barring a defensive penalty, this will be the last play of the half. And the Tigers enjoying right now a 28-0 lead. All the points came in quarter number 2.
How much time is on that clock? Is that 9 seconds or 0.9?
0.9.
0.9 seconds we got going. These clocks are tough to read now, Torgy. It's new modern technology.
Alexander this time is going to hand off.
Number 15.
Handing off for about a 5-yard gain as the half will end.
Noah Danielson on the carry for the Lakers, and he picks up 5.
Actually, that was number 35, Lyle.
Oh, it's 35. Okay, so
Reichman.
That was Reichman then again.
That is halftime, and the Tigers enjoying a 28-0 lead. Certainly a huge second quarter for the home team here at Big Cat. Lakers will get the football to start the second half. We'll talk homecoming activities and be back with our halftime show. We'll take some timeouts and thank our sponsors here. Send it back to Jason. Halftime show coming up. Mark Torgerson, Lyle Ramble from Big Cat. Listening to Tiger Football on 1230 Radio, KMRS Morris.
Just been everywhere, man. Just been everywhere. Been to the county there, man. And every village square, man. Church suppers, he's had his share, man. Just been everywhere. Just been to Browns Valley, Beardsley, Donnelly, Ashby, Ortonville, Evansville, Graceville, Millersville, Herman, Hoffman, Hancock, Starbuck, Johnson, Clinton, Brandon, Wolverton, Wheaton, Breckenridge, Elbow Lake, Morris, Alberta, Kensington, Rothsay, Camel, Odessa. Just been everywhere. Jeff Backer is working hard for quality health care, good jobs, and strong schools for our kids. Jeff Backer is an independent voice who will proudly defend our rural values and stand up to the powerful Metro special interest. Go to jeffbacker.com and become a backer today. Just been everywhere. Paid for by Citizens for Jeff Backer.
Your water, protected by Echo Water Systems. Rust, arsenic, nitrates. When it comes to water, there are harmful things that you cannot see, smell, or taste. With an Echo Water free test, you'll know what you, your family, and your pets are drinking. No more rusty, smelly water, and your kids will love it. Echo Water Systems for drinking water, super soft water, bottled water, salt delivery, and much more.
Contact Echo Water in Morris at 589-3966 or online at wefixwatermn.com. For all your appliance needs, see McGinnis Appliance in Morris. At McGinnis Appliance, they service and sell GE, Amana, and Maytag appliances to make your life easier. Stop by McGinnis Appliance, Main Street, Morris. Willie's Super Value in Morris, home of the people lovers. For crackling crisp fruits and vegetables, we have meals to go at Willie's Deli. And of course, fresh groceries, meats, bakery, frozen foods, and dairy products. For your game time snacks, think Willie's Super Value in Morris. Open 7 days a week. Your symbol for service, quality, and value in Morris. Go Tigers! KMRS football coverage is brought to you by Die-Cast Specialties Corporation in Starbuck, a proud supporter of local events, and they'd like to take this time to wish the Lakers good luck. Good luck from everyone at Die-Cast Specialties Corporation in Starbuck.
And our 2020 queen at Morris Area High School, Greta Henches, daughter of Scott and Kelly Henches. How about one more hand for our homecoming royalty for Chicago, Alberta High School and Morris Area High School. And now we have our winning ticket for Split the Pot for tonight's event. The winner will take home $91.
Orthopedic Specialists, a service of Alumir Health. Boros Electronics offers great sales and service on computers, printers, accessories, and networks. Boros Electronics offers in-shop service, or they can bring their service shop to you. Stop in and visit with their professional, friendly staff at Boros Electronics, downtown Boros.
It's 8:03 at KMRS Morris, currently 64 degrees, and skies are clear on this October 9th, 2020. Whew. It's a crazy temperature for this crazy time of the year. Anyway, let's head back to Big Cat Stadium. Lyle Rambo and Mark Torgerson with the halftime show.
Thank you, Jason. Back here, Mark Torgerson, Lyle Rambo. Hancock leading 38-0 still in the first half on our sister station. Here it's 28-0 Tigers. And the kind of the weird thing is that all four of the touchdowns for the Tigers were in the second quarter. It was 0-0 after one, and the first quarter was basically 6 minutes by each team not scoring.
Yeah, the Tigers actually held the ball a little more than 6 minutes, because when the Lakers got the ball in the first quarter, there was 5:12.
And they started at their 5, and they drove inside. Then we had the quarter break, and then they threw an interception, and that was really the switch that turned.
That was a big pick, made a great play on the ball, and that got the Tigers in position, and then the Tigers took it, and they went in 4 plays, 67 yards, big plays on that first drive where Soderberg, he had a 52-yard catch, and then he had an 8-yard TD catch. So Bruns to Soderberg's been a big part of the game tonight.
Yeah, there was an 8-yard touchdown from Bruns to Soderberg, a 44-yard Bruns run, and then a one-play 77-yard pass from Bruns to Soderberg, and then a 4-yard Decker run. The first 2 extra points were kicked through the uprights. The third one no good, wide left and short. And then the Tigers went for 2 on a fake, and Flynn McNally, who we didn't have on the roster, big number 88, caught the ball in the back of the end zone with the 2-point conversion with 6.5 seconds. So the Tigers score 4 times, 10 first downs unofficially for the Tigers, just 5 for the Lakers. 1 turnover, that went to the Lakers on an interception. The Lakers did fumble once, but they recovered it themselves. And so that's where we are at halftime. 1 penalty for 5 yards against the Tigers, the only yellow hanky thrown.
Yeah, and that's really good. You know, they're concerned because of no scrimmage, you know, and how things got set up kind of goofy. But the penalties have been really minimal. And the Tiger offensive line, you know, our guys up front there really played well in that second quarter. Center Austin Rass, guard Sawyer Knobloch, guard Sam Klein-Rotering, tackle Monty Fair, and tackle Brady Bachman. And we weren't 100% consistent with the running game, but we got some huge runs, including that 4-yard TD run by Decker right before half, because people were maybe looking for a pass there, but Bruns rolled him inside on the option play, and he let him have the ball, and the offensive line really moved the Lakers back into the end zone for a TD.
We will have a player of the game at the end of the football game, and our player of the game T-shirt sponsored by KMRS 1230 and 107.7 FM and 95.7 KKOK. Also, NovaCare Rehabilitation, the Power of Physical Therapy, Prairie Ridge Hospital and Health Services, and then West Central Screen and Print, all sponsors of the Player of the Game T-shirt. And still a half to go here. Lakers will have the ball. Lyle's got some stats.
So for Waska, number 12, Alexander had 16 yards rushing, and Versteeg had 7 yards rushing. There were some losses in there. They had some plays, but the losses really hurt them. They fumbled some snaps or some pitches. 35 is Reichman. He had 19 yards, and they've done a great job. And Meyer held him to, he had one 12-yard loss. He had -6 yards. So total in the first half, 16 rushes for 42 yards. And during the first quarter, it looked like the Tigers might have some trouble, but they really shored that up. Passing-wise, Alexander, 2 for 6 for 32 yards. He hit Versteeg for a 25-yard gain, and then he hit, I got to check this out here, number 21, Udi for a 7-yard gain. Now for the Tigers, the rushing game really picked up. I thought the offensive line really picked up in the second quarter. They had 18 carries for 102 yards. Bruns, a leading rusher, off some scrambles with 65 yards, and he had a 7-yard loss in there on one of the sacks. And then Rass had 3 carries for 9 yards, and then the workhorse is Decker. He pounded it up inside for 28 yards, but he had 8 carries. So
the big touchdown.
And the big touchdown was awesome there. And that, again, we credit hard running and good offensive line play there. But obviously the big key is that the Tigers were able to control the ball at the running game. So when they were passing the ball, we didn't throw it a lot, but we were very effective. Bruns 7 out of 8 for 183 yards in the first half. Soderberg, the big pass catcher, he had 166 yards 156 yards on 5 catches, and then
we did finally throw an incomplete pass as the one went off Jackson Logie's hands, and so Bruns was so accurate in that half.
Logie had 1 catch for 13, and Decker had 1 catch for 4. So Bruns very effective, not only throwing the ball but scrambling. So again, the Tiger offensive line really picked up the pace in the second quarter. Bruns got good protection. When he didn't, he was able to scramble, get out of trouble, and 7 out of 8 passing for 173 yards. That's a pretty good first half.
Back here at halftime, the Tigers have a 28-0 lead, and again, we're streaming live here also. So thanks to those Austin Miller and his crew from the school, and we'll get those names. It's also homecoming, and we want to congratulate the royalty from both Chicago, Alberta, and Morris area. So introducing those earlier at halftime, the Chicago, Alberta homecoming king and queen, Braden Doherty. Congratulations, Braden, parents of Eric and Darcy Doherty, and Hannah Fisher. Parents were Larry and Kim Fisher. Those were the homecoming king and queen. And then, of course, the Morris area homecoming parade was today, and King Zach Bruns and Queen Greta Henches. Zach's parents, Colby and Jess Bruns, and then, of course, Greta Henches' parents, Scott and Kelly Henches. Congratulations to those royalty, and we had a nice day for a parade. While I rode my bike from my home after I went home from my half-time job, and I rode my bike to cross town and watch the parade from about 3 different sites, and it was number 1.
Didn't you have to control?
First time in like 37 years, I think, that I haven't had security duty on one of the street corners.
Yeah, I missed that time. That's been 6 years since I've been out of there. So since I retired in 14, so we always had corner duty first, but we always made it downtown. And it's always fun to be downtown for the homecoming parade, see people, greet people.
Just felt great to be out there on a beautiful day, and
the weather was a perfect day for the parade.
Very fortunate in these COVID times that we're able to play football tonight, and let's cross our fingers and keep praying that this will continue. We're going to be back with our second half. Minnewaska will receive the second half kickoff. Final moments of halftime happening here as the teams are coming back on the field. Stay tuned for more football on 1230 radio and 107.7 FM Morris.
Your number 1 Tigers fan, Auto Owners Insurance, and the Rent Agency is a winning auto. Everything you value, safe, sound, secure. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Call the Rent Agency in Morris today, 320-589-2442. Federated Telephone Cooperative provides state-of-the-art phone, cable TV, and high-speed internet to West Central Minnesota over their fiber optic network. Get it all with one call, one bill, one low price. Innovation-minded, service-driven, and community-owned. Federated Telephone, proud to be powering Estera. Today's game is brought to you by Greeley Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, dedicated to providing the best possible solution to your home or business. You can count on us to provide you with a system and solution that fits your needs. And since we have installed many systems in this area, we've earned a reputation for doing the job right the first time. Proudly serving Glenwood and the surrounding communities. Call Greeley Plumbing today, 320-634-4486. And good luck to all the Minnewaska Lakers student athletes from Fast Global Solutions in Glenwood. Go Lakers! Fast has been proudly supporting our schools and communities for 40 years. As a 100% employee-owned company, Fast Global Solutions takes pride in craftsmanship and stands behind every piece of equipment built for the airline, ag, and materials handling industries around the world. We're equally as proud of our student athletes. Learn more at fastsolutions.com and go Lakers! Looking for new windows? Then stop in at Hooters Lumber in Chicago. Thermaltech windows stand up extremely well in the harsh climate of our area. Thermaltech windows are maintenance-free, will not rust, corrode, warp, blister, swell, shrink, or peel. All Thermaltech windows have options that meet or exceed Energy Star's thermal performance standards. For Thermaltech windows, stop at Hooters Lumber in Chicago today.
DJN Electric is your local Hustler mower dealer. Stop in and check out the Hustler zero-turn mower. It has a heavy-duty welded steel deck, exclusive smooth track steering, and the power to turn your weekend to-do list into your weekend to-done list. See DJN Electric, your Hustler mower dealer in Morris.
12:30 a.m., 107.7 FM. It's approaching 8:13, 63 degrees, and skies are clear here in Morris. Let's send it back to Big Cat Stadium.
Up here, Mark Torgerson, Lyle Rambo. Again, thanks to Jim Greenwald for all the years that he worked. And Jim, if you're listening, we've got a nice night here. And I'm going to say hi to a fellow math teacher that's hopefully tuning in from way down in Clarkfield tonight as well. We'll see if he's listening. Anyway, the Tigers here with a 28-0 lead. The Lakers will get the football here as they're going through their warm-ups here to start the second half. Head coach Jeremy Christensen used to coach at CGB. Congratulations to Dennis Gibson, the head coach at CGB. Had a beautiful, just touching story on him on CCO here a couple weeks ago. My mom actually called and said that was going to be on. I watched it. You watched it. It was really a tribute to him.
Very good. He's a tough battler, and he's really had huge success over there with the Wolverines in football. And you can tell that the community loves him, and deservedly so. He's a hard-working guy. He brought a lot of pride to the community over there at CGB. As you know well, towards being a man from that community.
Well, and they won 20-6 over Brandon Evansville today. They broke a 6-6 tie in the third quarter, and then their defense really shut and Hancock leading 38-0 over Ortonville. Last year we were getting scores all the time, but I haven't got my connection on that yet. And we'll see what we can do. I think next week the Tigers play Holding Ford here.
The schedule is really odd one, just look at
the teams that we play.
The teams that we play, it's and I suppose, I don't know exactly
district.
why I haven't talked to Eck about it. It's our district, so they went ahead and went with district games. So we're not playing Benson.
We got Osakis and Royalton and Holding Ford.
But again, we're playing only 6 regular season games, and then the way it sounds, 2 weeks of playoffs. And so there's not going to be a state champion. It's going to end at the section. Is that correct?
Kind of like it used to be when you and I played back in the 70s, where they'd have a playoff game or a couple conference titles. Yeah, so there might be some crossover there.
Yeah, it was the Pheasant Conference against the Crow Hawk Conference.
Yeah,
we could talk to Coach Hoffman about that. I'm pretty sure he played in that. Played in some of those games back in those days. It was one playoff game and done. That was it.
Yeah, 28-0. The Tigers leading the Lakers. The Lakers to receive the second half kickoff. The Tigers will be kicking from the south side of Big Cat here as we look to the right. And again, if you're just joining us, the new Big Cat refurbished stadium with the Cougar logo in the end zone to our left and the Tigers in orange and black logo to our right. Actually, not the logos, the big letters. Big tiger paw in the middle, and then again the Big Cat Stadium symbol inside the 15-yard line on both sides of the field. And
I might be biased toward, but I don't see how you could say that there's a better football facility anywhere around, especially for the size of our community.
Lakers facility is absolutely gorgeous too.
They have a very nice field,
in New London and all those, but. The thing that we keep mentioning here is the fact that we don't have the track around it. The track's over to our right, so it just seems like we're a little closer to the action.
Well, we certainly are closer. You're in the stands, you're right on top of it, so it's a great deal.
Tigers are going to kick off, and it looks like we got a third kicker out there.
Hunter Gibson with the kickoff. Lefty.
A little squib kick picked up at the 35 across the 40, and that's number 8 for the Lakers, Alec Larson, that gives the Lakers One thing the Tigers are going to keep working on is their kickoffs. Don't think they want to kick deep, but I also think they're still looking for that guy that can maybe at least get some intermediate distance. And Lakers have great field position, trailing 28-0. Senior quarterback Darren Alexander coming out with the play from the sideline. 4 seconds into the second half, they're going to go receivers both ways, and 3 in the backfield, still out of the pistol set, in motion, and now going to the slot left
34 Meyer.
Is Meyer. Alexander, handoff to Versteeg around the left side, drags a couple people for about a 5-yard gain out to the 48.
Sawyer Knobloch on a nice hit there as a Versteeg running from left to right across the formation, and Sawyer Knobloch came up with a good tackle solo.
2nd and 5, we'll call it. Ball on the 47-yard line. I got to believe the Lakers are going to try to establish that run game, which it looked like they were doing just fine in the first quarter, and then they threw the interception early in the second quarter. 2 receivers left, and alone on the right is Stadsvold. Out of the pistol, here comes in motion the running back, in the handoff, and trying to get to the corner is Meyer, and he'll run out of room, and the Tigers shove him out of bounds. No gain on the play. Klein Walterink,
Deanne Brady Bachman strung that out really nice. Yep. They were trying to hook him on the inside. He wouldn't allow that to happen, and then I think
that was great play
by Kenny came up to help finish him off. So great play by Bachman.
And good pursuit by the Tigers is because they forced him to hand off after the handoff to go deep with the penetration. He had to go wide, and there was no room to turn the corner as he ran out of space. 3rd down and 5. Clock stopped at 11:10 because he went out of bounds. Ball on the right hash, so you got 2 receivers wide left, wide right, and the short side of the field is Stadsvold. Alexander in motion, Meyer. This time Alexander fakes it, has a lot of running room, gets close to the first down. I'm not
Kenny
sure.
Kenny Soderberg came up to make a very
He's gonna
nice
be
tackle.
Short.
It looked like Alexander had a break on the left side, and he did pick up.
He's a yard short.
Yep.
And Lyle, I think he might have tried to make a big play out of that. He probably goes to the chains and maybe could have dove forward a yard and got it. But
Lakers are keeping the offense on the field. This is a big play right here for the Lakers
it's a
try
full
to get
yard
back in this game.
10:40 to go. Tigers have a 28-0 lead. All 4 scores came in quarter number 2 after a scoreless first quarter. From the Tiger 48, Alexander will send 2 receivers left, 1 right. See if he calls his own number here.
Reichman,
the fullback, has the first down by a yard. He gets the ball down to the 46, so that's the Lakers' first down in quite some time. They had 4 of their 5 first downs in first quarter, and now that's just their 6th, so they went the whole second quarter with just 1 first down. Clock running, 10:14, and Lakers have a first down. And because of the good field position, they're in Tiger territory at the 46.
Yeah, that short kickoff, of course, gives them an opportunity to maybe go for it around midfield here. And, of course, they're down 28-0, so the Lakers need to make something happen.
Ball on the left hash, the wide right. Play is designed to go wide right. Tigers do a nice job, and gang tackle, fumble, and I think the whistle had blown.
Play was blown dead.
Is that Versteeg with the carry? Number 19, I couldn't tell.
Yeah, Versteeg had the ball for the Tigers.
No gain.
Sammy Klein Waltering came up to force that back inside, and then a host of Tigers really closed in on that. So again, Sam Klein Waltering, nice play. She was trying to get outside of him, but he wouldn't allow him outside, and he's playing that defensive tackle position, Torg. So they had that motion man coming, handed it off, coming fast across the formation. Good play by Sammy.
Not sure what. Oh, the Tigers had an equipment problem, so Knobloch has to come out. In for the Tigers. I'm not sure who that is.
Maddox Erickson?
Yeah, that might have been 47, yeah.
Yep, it looked like Maddox Erickson came in for...
2nd and 10, just over 9 minutes to go. Back to pass, Alexander throws one out there, and Labria went for the pick and almost went through his arms and then almost into Johnsrud, but it went incomplete about the 20-yard line, so it'll be 3rd down and long.
Straight goal pattern up the right sideline, and Labria really had good position. he was inside, but he made a swipe for the ball. And
A little bit,
he missed it.
just a split second early, and then Johnsrud had a chance.
Johnsrud had to make a diving catch there, and he couldn't come up with it. He was disappointed. He slapped the turf hard because he really thought he should have had that.
And he goes out, and I believe Gruber has been switching in with him. I don't see Gruber out there. Just 3 receivers. Actually, now you will look for Versteeg on that wheel route again, Lyle. He's slot right here on 3rd and 9. He's in motion. That is Versteeg. He'll get the handoff, cuts back. Tigers get him about the 44-yard line. They'll bring up 4th down. Decision time for Coach Christensen now. As they trail 28-0, it's 4th down, and they get...
Bruns and Bachman. Bruns came up from that safety position, and Bachman was there. So, again, the Tigers with a nice stop. Only a gain. Looked like it was going to be a much better play than that, but only a gain of 2.
They have to get to about the 36, I believe, Lyle. So
they need to get to the 36.
They got 7 yards to go here on 4th down, and trailing 28-0. They're going to go for it here.
Clock running with 8:25 in the 3rd quarter. Tigers leading 28 over the Lakers 0.
Versteeg and Johnsrud left. Stadsvold right. Pistol formation on 4th down. Back to pass. Alexander rolling, trying to get to the corner. Flag is not thrown, but now it is thrown. It's incomplete.
Looked like Logie
Logie got held.
Logie came in hard pressure and looked like he got grabbed.
The Tigers will decline this penalty, and they'll take over the football on downs.
Yeah, it is a hold. Yeah.
First penalty for the Lakers, but because the Tigers will decline it, it won't officially be
Jackson was looking around like, hey, where's the hold, man? And I know what you're saying up here, Coach. Well, just relax, Jackson. The ref's got it.
Well, he was digging for it out of the belt.
Couldn't get it out of his belt there. Great pressure by Jackson Logie coming in from the outside on that 4th and 8 play. Tigers take over 8:09 in the period.
So they'll take the ball on their own 43 with their first possession. So the Lakers go with just the 1 first down and then turn it over on downs. Bruns back on offense. Back to pass. Pass for Logie. Logie cuts inside, catches it on Gruber, breaks a tackle at the 35 and gets down to the 30. Just a jump ball, and the big 6'8" receiver had about good 7-8 inches on Gruber.
30-yard gain. Beautiful play by Bruns again.
We got a flag down, Lyle. I didn't see that.
Might eliminate the play. What do we got?
Ineligible man downfield.
How could we have an ineligible man
on a one-step drop?
On a one-step drop and throw. Oh. Not that I'm disagreeing with the referees, Mr. Torgerson.
Well, let's see. I don't know if we'll get the replay.
Well, that's going to eliminate a beautiful throw and catch because Logie, the defensive back had good position on him, but Jackson cut back inside to make the play. And, that's going to be a tough situation. I think we haven't used that much today, but in the future, they're playing one guy out here to stop our run game, and Jackson's going to be a handful to cover, as Kenny Soderberg is on the other side.
Now, again, Johnsrud will switch on Logie, and Logie will switch sides, so Johnsrud has to go match up with him. So 3 receivers left, and Johnsrud, as he was with Logie in the first half until Soderberg caught all the passes, he switched for a while. First down and 15, Bruns. Inside handoff, Decker gets about the penalty yards back. So a gain of 5, so it'll be 2nd and 10 after the 5-yard gain for Decker, the junior running back, who's been a workhorse. Clock it out at 7:45, a 28-0 lead if you're just joining us. If you're out working in the fields, combining, grain truck, whatever, glad you're listening here to Tiger football on homecoming night on a gorgeous evening. Tigers taking their time, but they still have gone without a huddle the whole game. Still 15 on the play clock. Bruns in the pistol. 3 receivers stacked right. Logie again left. Bruns is kind of trying to figure out what to do here. He still has 5 on the play clock.
Coach Fisk sending in the signals from the sidelines.
He's going to ride Decker to the outside, cuts off tackle, and gets about 3 or 4 out to the 49-yard line. So good solid yard, or 5 or 6 yards on those 2, but the penalty has made it now 3rd down and 5. So good runs by Decker. Again, we'll have to
takes the ball on that ride, and he slashes up in there hard. He's a hard runner. Offensive line doing a nice job there, getting a couple of holes, but now the Tigers got a 3rd and 5 here to make up.
The wide side is to the left. Runs a left-handed thrower. Obviously likes to roll left, but we'll see what he does here. He has Soderberg one-on-one here with the D-back, Johnsrud. Still 8 on the play clock. Bruns gets it back to pass, looking, and he's going to be sacked. Lucky he didn't fumble. He just got...
Blitz was on there. Blitz was on.
Look for the slant.
Max Reichman, he looked for the slant. He pulled it down once, and it was too late. Max Reichman with a sack.
So a stop by the Lakers about halfway through the third quarter will force a Tiger punt. This will be the second Tiger punt of the game. The last time Bachman, I believe, was Rass. I can't remember who kicked, but he kicked it to the 5-yard line, and Alexander actually fumbled the ball and had to eat it at the 5. Yeah, it's Tristan Rass, the punter. He's back at his own 32-yard line. Tigers have the football on the 45. It's 4th and 8. 5:40 left in the third quarter, 28-0. Low snap. Good fielding by Bachman. Fair catch, Alexander at the 23-yard line where Lakers will take over.
38-yard punt with a fair catch. A nice punt by Rass. Beautiful spiral on that. So that's good coverage by the Tiger special teams. Coach Cannon will be happy with that.
Tigers continue to have a 28-0 lead. Both teams have had the ball once. We're past the midway point of the third quarter. All senior starting defensive team for the Lakers. 10 of the 12 starters on offense are seniors. They have a sophomore, Jack Larson, at left tackle, and also a junior, Kostalecki, at center. Lakers break huddle on their own 23-yard line, needing a score here pretty soon. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Alexander's going to run the option, pitch to the outside. Pretty well defense, but breaking tackles and getting a first down. Good run that time. Tigers probably had their worst tackling down of the
Tyson
night.
Meyer came on the outside, and he
12 yards.
Looked like he was dead to rights with a 2-yard gain, but he hit and scrambled, and he pulled up a 12-yard gain. Nice running.
Probably better running and not such great tackling, but better running and a heads-up or a really great play. 5:20 clock running after they changed or marked the first down. Ball on the right hash, so the 2 receivers split left. That is the wide side of the field. Alexander will fake the option. Actually, I think Gruber's in at quarterback now, Lyle.
Gruber is in at quarterback, and he gave the handoff in the option to Reichman, but he was stacked up by a host of Tigers.
Maybe a 1-yard gain.
Yep.
To the 36.
Evan Oberg led the attack there on that stop, but again, there was a host of Tigers there to really make a good stop, and basically a 1-yard gain or none.
Fair, Oberg, Brewer, Bachman, Gonerman, the interior 5. Well, actually, Bachman and Gonerman, the linebackers. The interior 3, Fair, Oberg, Brewer. And then Boots and Rass, also the inside linebackers, have been a big factor tonight. 4.5 minutes to go. Lakers 2nd down and long, and Gruber will remain at quarterback. He's out of the pistol. 2 receivers left. Back to pass. Looking, throwing. Pass incomplete. Attempted about the first down marker for Johnsrud. Diving attempt by Johnsrud. Incomplete pass. Clock stop 4:18. 3rd down and 9.
Good defense by the Tigers. He
Little
tried to throw
pattern.
that short slant on the left side there, and really there wasn't much of a window there, and he tried to squeeze it in there, but it just wasn't going to happen there. So it's going to be 3rd down and 9 with 4:18 left. Tigers leading 28-0.
Cole Wente at right corner now. He's giving Bruns a break here, so Bruns can just play offense. So 3rd down and long. Gruber remains at quarterback. He has 2 receivers right and left, just one in the backfield. Gruber back to pass. He's going to be sacked.
Man, the pressure was there toward
55, I believe, was the first guy in. Pretty sure that was
the Tigers. Ethan Spear.
I'm pretty sure that was Ethan. Brewer might have been there too.
And I think Sammy Klein-Wolterink was in on that too. So
now
that's a big sack.
4th and 18.
Loss of 9.
So Coach Christensen switches quarterbacks. And again, it's the first game. You got to get a feel for your team. So quarterback change there on that possession. Alexander to punt. High kick. Labria fair catch. Tigers will have pretty good field position. On the coverage for the Lakers was Jacob Blair. Labria fair catch at the 38 where the Tigers will take over on offense. Still no scoring in this quarter, similar to the first quarter. Both teams now, Lakers have had the ball twice, ran out of downs on the first one. This one they had to punt. The Tigers have had penalty negate a nice gain, and they had to punt on their last possession. And now they'll go back on offense. 3:32 left in the third quarter and a 28-0 lead. Logie is now going to be covered by Stadsvold, and Soderberg wide right, covered by Johnsrud. They've kind of been flip-flopping Johnsrud on who they think we're going to throw to, and then we throw to the other guy. It's a chess match, Lyle.
Yes, it is. They got the linebackers right at the line of scrimmage here.
Here's the play.
Off.
Bruns is going to hand off into the secondary. Is the running back, and getting about almost 9 yards is Decker.
Decker, nice carry.
See if they give him the mark for the first down. Yep, they're going to give him officially a 10-yard gain, Lyle. It's actually the Tigers' first down of this quarter because of the penalty.
Really good block in there. There was a seam, and then Decker got into that seam, and then he ran hard, and the linebackers hit him, but he was able to drag him with him for a 10-yard gain. First down for the Tigers.
Get this field camera that's really cool too, Lyle, from on our stream, and we're back to the shot from upstairs here. And again, the Tigers are not huddling, but they're also taking their time on the play clock with a 28-0 lead. 9 on the play clock, 2:50 left in the quarter. Bruns on first down. He's going to keep it himself and runs into a stone wall at number 52 that time, Kubski.
And also 63, Swallow, with a nice tackle. And
yeah.
Good sportsmanship there as Swallow knocked him down, grabbed him by the shirt, and helped him up.
Give him a yard gain out to the 49. So the Tigers, late third quarter now, we're approaching the 2:25 mark. Second down and 9. Tigers haven't passed a lot, but when they have, it's been really some long plays for, touchdown type thing, and they've just had some quick strikes.
And it's been very efficient offense because we've been controlling the ball, but yet making some big strikes passing.
High backfield, tight end left is Gonerman. We got to get this one off. They're on to 3 on the play clock. They snap it. Here's the pitch left. Decker. The best thing, Decker got the extra 2 or 3 yards after he got hit. So he got hit at the 49, but he got tackled almost down to the 45. So that's good, solid running. That extra 3 yards, it means all the difference in the world. It's 3rd down and 3 now, near the 45.
Meyer again on the tackle and very active. And that Van Leeuwen, also the DN Van Leeuwen has also been very good for the Lakers today on stopping the Tiger ground game.
When the Tigers get this playoff, it'll be inside the 1:30 mark of the third quarter. We're still at a 28-0 Tiger lead. All the scoring in the second quarter. Logie left on the short side. Bruns is looking, throwing, pass, caught, touchdown, Soderberg. Hit him at the 15. No one.
Wow.
That's just right on the money. It's just a bullet.
45-yard TD pass to Soderberg. And he faked inside because it's 3rd and 3, so they have to respect the run game. We had trips out that side. Soderberg was the inside guy, that middle guy in the trips, and he went straight up the field, Torgy. And Bruns absolutely threw another strike.
In the seam, and it was just like the defensive back kind of looked like what happened. And Soderberg scoring again. Extra point kick pending. Snap, place, kick. And Bruns hits this one through the middle, and the Tigers enjoying a 35-0 lead. There's a break in the action. Tigers 35, Lakers nothing. Stay tuned for more football on 1230 Radio, KMRS and 107.7 FM.
Jeez.
Options for Women in Morris is here to help.
If you're pregnant or needing help, contact Options for Women. You can give us a call at 320-589-0300. For more information, check our website, optionsmorris.com. OFWM is partially funded by Positive Alternative by Minnesota Department of Health.
This is Dr. Toby Perkins, Sports Medicine Director at Stevens Community Medical Center. We are proud to offer orthopedic services, radiology, physical therapy, and athletic training all under one roof. SCMC and NovaCare Rehabilitation, keeping you in the game.
Got a new driver to insure? Call someone you can count on for all kinds of discounts. Call your State Farm agent. Find out why more families with young drivers trust State Farm. Call State Farm agent Paul Latond in Morris at 320-589-2323.
1230 AM, 107.7 FM, 836. Let's send it back to Big Cat.
The left-footed kick, short squibber to the sideline, caught. An immediate tackle by Tiger Special Teams. That was number 12, Dylan Rose, down there. Again, a short, quick, so Minnewaska will enjoy the 39-yard line. But the Tigers, with a third touchdown pass from Bruns to Soderberg, now have a 35-0 lead with just $1:09 left in the third quarter. That drive started on the 38. So 62-yard drive on that one. Third down conversion. Didn't need the first down. They got the touchdown. Gruber will remain at quarterback here. Reichman's in the backfield. Pitch left. Versteeg to the option. Has some running room, and it runs out in a hurry as the Tigers defensive back, and Versteeg got hit.
Dylan Rose came up toward from the outside. Versteeg looked good when he took that pitch, but Dylan Rose came up hard to make that hit from his cornerback position.
Maybe a 2-yard gain, so the Tigers getting different players, and they're contributing a lot. Rose just made the special teams tackle.
Well, Coach Pope said in his pregame, too, that he's got a lot of guys to work in. He really likes his senior class, but he says he's got a mix of guys that he has to find out where they're going to best fit on to best use their talents. And so he's got some guys to work with, so it's nice to see some other players getting a look here.
Under 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Gruber looking right, throwing ball, batted, caught, good. Gonnerman, he'll take it to the house. Gonnerman with a tip pass will score the touchdown. Deflected pass in the backfield, caught it, and went into the end zone untouched for the touchdown. I'm not sure what the yardage was. He batted the ball down. We're going to have to look at the replay here. Here we go. The pass was batted away. He caught it about the 32-yard line.
And he just shedded people away and took off.
Oh, that might be his first touch of the football, other than holding for the extra point, and he made it right. The extra point kick as the Tigers have broken this one open. Bruns' kick just squirts through, just enough. 42-0. We'll take another timeout. Tigers scoring on a quick defensive score. Stay tuned for more football for the Lakers and the Tigers on 1230 radio and 107.7 FM.
Are you out in the field thinking about your crop and how the rest of the year will work out? This is Nate Hilmer, agricultural lender with Lowry State Bank. With all the uncertainty that 2020 has given us, you can depend on a locally owned ag bank that's worked through the ups and downs of farming since 1899. At Lowry State Bank, we have a team dedicated to see you through into 2021 and beyond. Once harvest is complete, stop in or give us a call. We're a small-town bank, big on service. Lowry State Bank, member FDIC.
For all your banking needs, see the professionals at Bremer Bank in Morris. Checking accounts, loans, certificates of deposit, and savings accounts. Full-service, hometown banking is what you'll find when you bank at Bremer Bank in Morris. Equal opportunity lender, member FDIC.
12:30 a.m., 107.7 FM, 8:39. Let's send it back to Big Cat Stadium.
Hunter Gibson kicking off, and nice return by the Lakers that time. Johnsrud caught the ball about the 20 and
returned it out to the 37.
17-yard return.
Tigers, Donnerman, interception. Ball was intended to be a quick screen right. Logie almost picked one off earlier on Alexander. That one got batted up, and then Gonnerman had the presence to catch it. And then
Toby's been having a real good game blocking from his tight end position and do a lot of things, but that play obviously really stood out because he went up. He's a tall kid. He went up, what is he, 6'2", Coach?
Yeah.
And he went up and got a hand on it, knocked it up in the air, and then took it himself, and he threw one guy away from him as it was running for that pick six return. Alexander back in at quarterback.
Low snap, and Alexander has all he can just to get the football back, is coming in from on the Tiger left side defensively. I think that was our man Flynn again.
Yep, Flynn coming from that defensive end on the left side. That'll be the end of the third quarter, Tori.
End of the third quarter, the Tigers scored two more and have a controlled lead of 42-0. Stay tuned for fourth quarter action from Big Cat on 1230 radio and 107.7 FM.
Your schedule can be, and Pizza Ranch is here for a quick on-the-go option or let's sit down and visit kind of meal. Whether you have kids here, set them up right with some down-home comfort food. We got all the goodies. Pizza Ranch Morris, proud sponsor of Area Athletics. Give us a call today, 589-2102.
On its way to your tap, your water may run into problems. But fear not. Echo Water Systems can help.
Echo Water Plug, let's rock. Total home water management system a go.
Mineral deposits eliminate. Rust infiltration and clogging stop.
Drinking water system in.
The moment of truth. Now that's good water.
Echo Water, serving west central Minnesota and the Lakes area with offices in Glenwood, Morris, Alexandria, and Fergus Falls. We Fix Water. Find us on Facebook and online at WeFixWaterMN.com.
12:30 a.m., 107.7 FM, 842 on our sister station. It is 38-0. Hancock still leading the Ortonville Trojans. Let's send it back to Big Cat Stadium.
So both here and on our sister station, the game's being controlled by the home team in a big way. I don't think we expected any of this, especially the way the first quarter ended 0-0, Lyle, that the Tigers have been opportunistic, and what can you say? Soderberg's got over 200 yards.
I totally didn't expect. Yeah, Soderberg's got close to 200 yards pass receiving, and Bruns has been very effective, very efficient, not running the ball a lot, but he's had some scrambles that have really hurt the Lakers. And, as we said, there was only 20 points scored in 2 games in the previous seasons. The Lakers won both of those games, 7-6 and 6-0.
Oh, the one thing that has just absolutely stood out is the accuracy of the throwing of Bruns. And he and Soderberg have a chemistry that's big time.
Absolutely.
Back to the offense for the Lakers to start the fourth quarter. Alexander pressured in the backfield, pitches it late, fumble. I'm not sure. I think one of the linemen got it for the Lakers late.
That's what they say about the option. If you're going to run the option lot, you're going to put the ball on the ground, and there wasn't a very good mesh on that.
Everything got destroyed early.
And when he pitched it late and the ball was bumbled around there, and the Lakers are very lucky to get possession.
Tigers bringing in a host of reserves here. We're going to try to get all those names. Brandon Jurgensen's playing left corner now. Labria at the right corner.
Riley Reimer's at safety.
Yep.
Dylan Rose is at safety.
It's 3rd down and 16 yards to go for the starting group for Minnewaska. Meyer getting to the outside, has some running room and runs over a couple Tigers. He'll still be short of the first down.
Hunter Gibson made the tackle there, Torg, after he got up into the secondary, so they're going to be way short. Now, you would expect.
They got to go for it, huh?
Now they're making a few switches, but Alexander, of course, he's the punter too, so we'll see what happens here.
4th and 5, Lakers.
The sticks say 3, but I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Tiger basically have a second unit completely
ask
out
Tom
there.
Tom Brady what down it is here, Torg. The sticks say 3. They're switching it to 4.
Will Brewer, one of the few starters still in there right now. 10:27 left in the football game. 4th down for the Lakers, trying to keep this drive alive. Pitch right, running room to the outside, making the corner Versteeg, and he'll go out of bounds in Tiger territory with the first down.
Good run by Versteeg, picking up 12 yards there.
He is going to be a good football player. They just haven't had the opportunity to get him. He had that seam pass early, but
nice tackle by Angel Gallegos for the Tigers.
Yep.
Coming across and knock him out of bounds after a 12-yard. What did we say? 12-yard gain.
Brennan Hardy's in at the right DN now. The Tigers' complete second unit in there. Also in for the Tigers, Maddox Erickson. I think you mentioned Hunter Gibson's in there. Oberg's still in there. 1st and 10 Lakers. That was their 9th first down. I think
we have running time now, don't we, Coach?
Yeah.
Because we're a 35-point lead. There's that quick screen out
pass
to
the outside. Versteeg catches it, goes out of bounds.
Brandon Jurgensen pushed him out of bounds after a gain of 6 or 7. Versteeg on the pass catch.
Pardon me, my golden throat isn't quite there for a whole game maybe, but first down Lakers, that's their 9th first down. The Tigers have just 12, but they've had so many big plays. Again, it is running time. He went out of bounds, but because we have more than a 35-point lead in the 4th quarter, we have running time right now. Ball inside Tiger territory at the 37. Inside handoff. Nice tackle by the Tiger DN that time.
Brendan Hardy came up and just stuck him, and he had help from the inside. So a nice stop for the Tigers.
Arnholtz now in for Oberg. on the defensive front. 8.5 minutes to go. The Tigers enjoying a 42-0 lead.
I just got a note from my good friend Shelley Messner that someone has Maddox's number because Maddox is on crutches. So
there we go.
We'll have to try see if we can sort that out.
Tigers just jumped offside. That's only the third flag of the night. The Lakers had one flag, but the penalty was declined, holding penalty. So just 3 5-yard penalties on the Tigers. Yeah, originally I thought that might be 41, and we don't have his name on the roster. Maybe we can get it next door here, Lyle. I think that's not 47. It might be 41. I'm going to check next door. You'll have to cover this.
I got you. 7:56 and the clock running. Fourth quarter here. Tigers up 42-0, what I would call a surprise. I figured this game would be a lot tighter, but the Tigers have really played well tonight and hit some big plays to make the difference in this ball game. Lakers are breaking huddle now. They have first down and 10 at the Tiger 32-yard line with 7:40 on the clock.
That's Brady Roloff. We'll give him the credit. He's number 41 out there. He's made some plays tonight. We'll give credit to Maddox. He made a couple tackles on crutches tonight.
That way, Maddox. We'll give credit to Mess for helping us out.
Speaking of another stuffed running play up front, and 76 comes up last, and that's
Jacob
Ehrenholz. So he and Brady Roloff inside. More Tiger replacements coming in.
Ethan Spear coming in at linebacker. Replacing Zach Butterfield, and so the Tigers are getting a lot of players, and the guys are getting in the game right now are really playing well.
Down to 7 minutes with the running time. It's second down and 11 for the Lakers. Right now, it's just the Lakers' goal to get a score here. Still have most of their starters in.
Option right with Meyer.
Meyer to the outside, has the corner, and he might score.
Meyer showed good speed there. He broke a tackle or two, and he ran it in from 34 yards out for a TD. Nice run by Meyer.
I think the Tigers maybe quit pursuing. They thought he was going to go out of bounds, but he tight-roped the sideline about the 20-yard line and went down the sideline for a nice touchdown. 6:36 of the fourth quarter, the Lakers get on the board for the first time, and it's 42-6. Now, I think, Lyle, the running clock will stay unless they go for two here. Then it'll be under 35 points. So I'm not sure how that works.
Yeah, I think it has to go down below
30.
I think it has to go back to 30, but I guess I'm not 100% positive.
Well,
Eck, where are you? We need you. We need
the
some
Lakers
referee
are
help.
going for two here. Out of the pistol, Alexander. Back to pass, throw, incomplete, no good. Roloff had pressure again from the inside. So 42-6, we'll take a timeout. Tigers in control of this one. Stay tuned for more football on 1230 Radio and 107.7 FM.
You've waited long enough to start your new building projects. Whether it's a remodel, a new home, garage, or ag building construction, the staff at Morris Lumber and Millwork can hit a home run with expert advice on project planning, free estimates, and will deliver your materials right to you. Whether it's windows, siding, new roofing, new deck, 3 or 4 season addition, a new home, garage, or pole barn, Morris Lumber and Millwork offers you prompt and courteous service at every phase of your project. Stop in today. Morris Lumber and Millwork, West Highway 28. Call 589-2331. Options for Women in Morris is here to help. If you're pregnant or needing help, contact Options for Women. You can give us a call at 320-589-0300. For more information, check our website, optionsmorris.com. OFWM is partially funded by Positive Alternative by Minnesota Department of Health.
1230 AM, 107.7 FM. It's 8:50. Let's send it back to Big Cat Stadium with Mark and Lyle.
Tigers' second unit out there on the kick return and feeling it full steam ahead and breaking into the open all the way out to the 42 is number 25, Tyler Berlinger, just a sophomore. He caught that one with a full steam, and he got a nice return of about 20 yards out to the 40-yard line. And the Tigers will have Brandon Jurgensen, I believe, at quarterback here. And we still are in running time with just over 6 minutes to go. The Tigers leading by 36 points.
Yeah, Berlinger came with a head of steam and really made a nice run back out. He caused a couple guys to miss with a cut to the right and headed up the sideline. Good return, 20 yards.
Second unit for the Laker defense now in there.
Jurgensen's at quarterback.
Yeah, we'll try to get all these.
Tyler Berlinger's at fullback. Who's our
That's
tailback?
Brewer, I believe, at fullback.
Oh, yeah, Brewer at fullback. Here's a pitch right.
Across the 40 to the 42 is the runner.
Lewis Knoll. Number 18, Lewis Knoll with the carry.
19, Lewis, again, he's, I believe, just a sophomore, too. 5'11 sophomore. Jurgensen will, again, and Jurgensen was the starting quarterback when Bruns got hurt, and he did a nice job. So Brandon getting a chance here. Just a little over 5 to go here.
That was at Benson last year, and they were working the brand new offense with the spread, and Brandon played a very nice game against Benson over there on their field to open the season last year.
And now Minnewaska just got their first penalty of the night officially, a 5-yard encroachment penalty up front.
Encroachment.
So try to get some more of these Tigers up front here. The line, I think that's Oberg at right tackle. Rose is in at one of the receiver spots. Dylan Rose is split left. Tight end is Flynn, I believe. I backfield, Brewer, the fullback. Still 20 seconds left on the play clock, 4:50 left on the clock, or the game clock, and we're running time. Lewis Knoll into Laker territory and gets a first down. Tigers have 13 first downs, just 3 in the second half, but with the big plays they had in the third quarter again, as they did in the second quarter, this game was broken wide open with an interception return for a touchdown by Gonerman. 3 touchdown passes from Bruns to Soderberg.
Reed Kettling split wide left down to the receiver. 42-6 Tigers with 4:19 in running left in the game.
Brewer remains at fullback. You got to pick up who the center is. I think it's Austin Rass, yep. Pitch, left side, Knoll to the outside. Breaks a tackle. Can't break the next couple, but he does get positive yards down to the 46. 3:45 clock running. Tigers are going to win this one, go to 1-0. They're going to win their homecoming game. Just a 6-game schedule. And again, we talked about this earlier. I think we play Holding Ford here next week. Some of the road games, Painesville and Royalton, and I know we play Osakis, and Osakis sitting out the first 2 weeks because of a COVID case, so I know they're not playing this week. 3:20 to go. Tigers 2nd and 7. Jurgensen will give it to Brewer this time, and he's tackled after a yard gain down to the 45-yard line.
Facing the 3rd and 7 here with 3:02.
We're never used to it, but this is the kind of time I do like the 40-second clock. You can really, run some time off, and it doesn't make the decision upon the officials of when to set the clock. It's the same for everybody.
Ketterling and Dylan Rose split wide right now. I-backs.
Going under center is Jurgensen. He was on the pistol earlier. Now he's going under center.
This new system, Tigers use a lot of dummy calls. They start to call the signals, and then they...
Jurgensen's going to have to keep it himself. Looking to throw, he's going to run it, and he'll go out of bounds after he gets a first down. So a broken play. Jurgensen did the right thing. Got a first down and gained 8. This will pretty much about do it. The Tigers could almost take a knee here, but with the reserves in, you're going to hand off. It's the first week.
Yeah, you got to let these
they
guys
haven't had
play.
much playing time at all.
And I think all the coaches understand that. Second units are going against each other. These kids all want a chance to play. That's the one reason I don't like the running time. You get your second units in there. Both teams have a nice roster. It'd be nice to see if they could get some more playing time, but I don't make the rules, Torg.
Yeah, well, some of those games that get lopsided, and
that's a good point.
This one we didn't expect it to get lopsided, but it did. Handoff, Knoll again, inside the 30 down to the 27. So Lewis getting some carries here. That's his 4th carry.
Gain of 5. He's got 4 carries for 15 yards.
Berlinger is going to come in.
He's doing a nice job.
So the receivers now, Max Leitz also in there at the wideout. 1:20 to go. 2nd down and 2. Knoll tackled at the 25.
Great lead block by Brewer there.
player of the game T-shirts to be named, and I looked in the bag, and there's 2 T-shirts. So
short of the first down.
Glad Coach Brett Miller put a couple T-shirts in there. We got one.
Now I've been thinking about that, Coach T. Now what do? We pick an offensive player and a defensive player?
Well, we'll talk about that in the timeout during the post game. Under a minute to go, 43 seconds. Jurgensen's going to keep it. Goes left, trying to make the corner. Cuts down to the 20. Third down.
First
Gets
down on the naked
down.
boot. He faked the pitch right.
I think that'll be the last play.
Kept it on his own around the left side to get that first down.
I think that'll be the last play.
5.
Tigers do not have to run another play. I think Jurgensen's just looking and say, that's enough, guys. So the Tigers will win game 1, 42-6 over their rivals of Minnewaska. And a pretty convincing win. Coach Pope's going to be here up in the booth for our post game. Looking forward to that. So
clock ticking down to 1-0, and the Tigers are going to win it, George. Beautiful ball game. I think the offensive line kind of unheralded played very well tonight. We had some big plays from our big play people.
And again, the traditional handshakes will be a little bit different this year as we look out. And the Tiger fans that are here cheering on their team, and the teams will actually line up like they do at the Prep Bowl.
Line up on the hash marks.
And the hash marks, and that's I think this is a classy thing to do, and probably will come together just a little bit and just acknowledge a good game, guys. And the Tigers win this one 42-6. We'll definitely have a post game, and Coach Kevin Pope will be up here for the post game, and we'll have to think about our player of the game. And Coach Jeremy Christensen and Coach Pope. And
they had a knuckles. They came together, and then
kind of a salute.
They're saluting and tipping their hats to each other.
And the Tigers now huddling around Coach Pope, and again, a nice win for the Tigers. We'll be back for our post game. Stay tuned for the post game show. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll be back here with our post game, and we'll look forward to talking to Coach Pope. Lyle will get some statistics. And we'll name our player of the game T-shirts as well during our post game. Stay tuned on 1230 Radio and 107.7 FM.
KMR's football coverage is brought to you by Die-Cast Specialties Corporation and Starbuck, a proud supporter of local events, and I'd like to take this time to wish the Lakers good luck. Good luck from everyone at Die-Cast Specialties Corporation and Starbuck. And internet has become a part of our daily life. Have you ever counted the devices in your home that use internet service? The more devices, the faster internet you'll need. Talk to Runestone Telecom about what speed you'll need to keep everything running smoothly at your house. They know how the right speed will help keep things moving in your household, allowing you more time to do all the things you love. For more information on high-speed internet, contact Runestone Telecom Association in Hoffman.
Your water, protected by Echo Water Systems. Rust, arsenic, nitrates. When it comes to water, there are harmful things that you cannot see, smell, or taste. With an Echo Water free test, you'll know what you, your family, and your pets are drinking. No more rusty, smelly water, and your kids will love it. Echo Water Systems for drinking water, super soft water, bottled water, salt delivery, and much more.
Call Echo Water in Morris at 589-3966 or online at WeFixWaterMN.com. The Morris Co-op and Cenex South has everything you need to keep you going, whether it's gas for your vehicle or snacks to keep you going, with a quick bite in their deli, hot dogs, brats, soup of the day, and now offering Wisconsin meat sticks and cheese products, along with a quick fill at the pumps. At Morris Co-op, their auto shop has you covered with oil changes, auto repairs, and tires. Stop in today at the Morris Co-op and Cenex South.
Hi, this is John with Thrifty White Pharmacy of Morris, and we are dedicated to providing services and convenience for you. Our location will serve your needs with consultation rooms, a prescription drive-thru, and we are your immunization provider. Thrifty White Pharmacy is open weekdays 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., Saturday 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Sunday noon to 4. Now located on 3 Highway 28 East. Good luck, area athletes.
Today's game is brought to you by Greeley Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, dedicated to providing the best possible solution to your home or business. you can count on us to provide you with a system and solution that fits your needs. And since we have installed many systems in this area, we've earned a reputation for doing the job right the first time. Proudly serving Glenwood and the surrounding communities. Call Greeley Plumbing today, 320-634-4486. And good luck to all the Minnewaska Lakers student athletes from Fast Global Solutions in Glenwood. Go Lakers! Fast has been proudly supporting our schools and communities for 40 years. As a 100% employee-owned company, Fast Global Solutions takes pride in craftsmanship and stands behind every piece of equipment built for the airline, ag, and materials handling industries around the world. We're equally as proud of our student athletes. Learn more at fastsolutions.com and go Lakers!
12:30 a.m., 107.7 FM. It's 9:02. Right after the post game, we'll take a full look at the forecast. But for right now, let's send it back to the wrap-up of Lyle and Mark at Big Cat Stadium.
Hey, thank you, Jason, and we look forward to
getting up here. 2 bottles of water and me hustled down to the bathroom, Lyle, and ran into Colby Brunn, Zach's dad, and boy, what a smile on his face and what a proud dad. And I see Grandpa and Grandma in front here, and just a great game and a great leadership by the senior quarterback, and the chemistry that he and Kenny had tonight. It's going to be hard not to name those guys co-players of the game. I mean, just the electricity, and the defense played solidly, and there'll be other weeks and other games, but I think you got over just the connection between those two. I think you almost got to give it to them.
I have to agree with you. It's hard not to. And I got to go back to my keys to the game tour.
There you go.
And I said before the game, the Tigers had to use their speed for big plays. That happened. They had to develop the O-line with experienced young players. Check. And they have to develop some receivers for a balanced attack. Well, I think that checked too. Now, the main receiver was Kenny Soderberg. And I had him for 200. I had Soderberg for 209 yards on 6 catches. So that's a pretty good day. But, Jackson Logie looked good. He had a 30-yard reception wiped off by an eligible receiver downfield. Right. And Decker had 1 swing pass. So basically, again, we didn't pass a lot. Bruns was very efficient.
We connected on an extra point pass.
So our players of the game, Zach Bruns and Kenny the Jet Soderberg.
Yeah, our player of the game T-shirt sponsored are, again, KKOK, KMRS, Prairie Ridge Hospital and Health Services, NovaCare Rehabilitation, and also West Central Screen and Print. And maybe these aren't the right sizes. I'll get the right sizes for those 2 young men. But Kenny Soderberg and Zach Bruns, both seniors, just had a whale of a night here. And, again, I think the other thing that we talked about, other key to the game, I think a lot of the momentum switched when Labria intercepted that pass. Because in that second, it was 0-0. Both teams were kind of feeling each other out, and it was 0-0. And each team had the ball about 6 minutes and
exactly the
played
whole
in the middle of the
field. There was
field.
No score, and the Tigers had the ball for a nice drive, and they had to give it up, and then the Lakers got it, and they were moving, and that interception, we got the ball back, and
boom.
That was they ate up the whole quarter on 2 possessions.
Yeah, and again, once that interception, we had quick strike after that, and to recap the scoring, the Tigers scored at the 8:46 mark of the second quarter, 67-yard, 4-play drive. It was finished by an 8-yard touchdown pass from Bruns to Soderberg, but on that there was a 52-yard pass as well. Then the next
that was the drive that was set up by Labria's interception.
Correct. Yep. And then the next drive, a 44-yard Bruns run, and once he kind of broke off the right side, he was gone, and that was at the 5:09 mark. Both extra point kicks were made. That was a 55-yard 3-play drive, and then a 77-yard 1-play drive for Kenny, probably the quickest strike in Tiger history.
Well, I'm telling you, Stephen Freeman to John Kelly was a 95-yard strike. So
I know, but it wasn't. This one was probably the quickest time one for
right.
77 yards. And
that was
if
quick.
you were timing the 77 on that, it was like a 5.9.
Yeah.
And then, again, Decker had a key score right before the half. I thought that was also, probably put a little doubt into the Lakers, maybe not the coaches, but the players, when we scored with 6.5 seconds on a 4th down play. Decker capped off a 68-yard drive, and then they faked the extra point, and Flynn McNally catches one in the back of the end zone. We got a 28-0 lead. And the third quarter was kind of a feel-out type thing, and the Tigers didn't score till late. But, again, that was a 45-yard touchdown pass, and that was a 62-yard drive, and Bruns caught Soderberg in the seam, came from the slot in the seam and caught about the 15, and boom, he's in the end zone. And then Gonerman, defensive highlight of the night, second Tiger interception, this one for a touchdown as he picked off a Gruber pass at the 32 and ran it in basically untouched. And Lyle's got some stats, and we're going to get Coach Pope on here.
Okay, so I'll get through this quick. On rushing, Tigers did a good job holding down the Waska option game, 33 carries for 82 yards. Top carrier was Versteeg had 29 yards, and Meyer had 44 yards, top two carriers. Passing, Waska was 3 for 8 for 39 yards, and actually 3 for 10, but Gruber threw 2 passes. Alexander threw 3 for 8 for 39 yards. So for the Lakers, we had 82 yards rushing and 39 yards passing, so that's a testament to the Tiger defense playing very solid tonight. The Tigers, 33 rushes for 165 yards. Bruns had 62. Rass had 14. Decker, some hard rushing. He had 53 yards, and he had 16 carries, so he really pounded out some good yardage. And then late in the game, we had Lewis Knoll in there, and he had 5 carries for 19 yards, so he had almost 4 yards a carry, doing a really nice job. 33 carries for 165 yards for the Tigers. And then in the big strike passing offense, the Tigers were 8 out of 9 for 228 yards. Now, I remind you, these are very unofficial stats, Coach Pope. Don't go by what I'm saying. And 3 touchdowns. And so just very efficient. And there were some strikes. I mean, you're talking about balls that were thrown on the money to Kenny Soderberg and streaking up the field. Very, very good passing offense. The Tigers hit 8 out of 9 for 228 yards. Soderberg, 6 catches for 209 yards and 3 touchdowns. A pretty good night. And just again, Jackson Logie had 1 catch for 13, and again, he had another 30-yard catch that was wiped off by an illegal man downfield, and then Durgan Decker had 1 catch for 4 yards. So the Tigers, 165 yards rushing, 226 yards passing. I think Coach Pope will take that.
Yeah, and we do have Coach Pope, and I think we're going to get this on the live stream too. So thanks, Lyle, and we'll get back to Coach Pope here. And Coach, we talked about, we went through keys of the game, but both teams kind of felt each other out, and then Labria got that interception, and then we just had the quick strike, and then we just kind of exploded. So your thoughts about the game?
Well, first of all, I got to credit our kids. We've talked a lot about how they put in work since last spring, really, and really were patient but also driven to improve all the way throughout all of this mess. And I can't even say how proud I am of them. It's just phenomenal. And then Waska comes out and they run, the last few years they run under center option all the time and power running, and then they come out in pistol wing or pistol bone. And so we were a little bit taken aback. We prepared pretty much for 2 tight ends all week. And, it's a bit of a crapshoot with no film and no scrimmage, but our kids, again, a testament to them. They adjusted after that first drive, and that interception by Labria was huge. We were on our heels a bit, and that got us going right there. So.
Well, speaking of a testament, to give some credit here, Lyle mentioned it too. The coaches made a heck of an adjustment too for that defense, and all of a sudden it was fumbles and missed options and getting in the backfield, Booty getting in there untouched, causing fumbles and ruckus to everything. So that's a credit to the coaching staff too. But I think twice during the broadcast I called Brunsey a left-handed Russell Wilson, and he looked. I mean, when he's scooting around there, it's so much fun, and that kind of everybody feeds off that. Right. But believe me, it's an 11-person game on each side of the football, and he back in 7th and 8th grade, he could probably run around all by himself and score, but it's a little bit harder now as a senior. But just the fun part of this game, homecoming and all that, and I know that no one expected this kind of score, and really you just want to win, and that's what you go into the game with. But I know how much time and effort you've put in.
Yeah, it's been it's been a grind. It really has, and the kids were right there with us all the way. And you talked about our coaches and adjustments, and we got a good staff. I mean, we really do, and we work well together, and we were able to find what we needed to do to get right on both sides of the ball, and that was just a huge thing. You mentioned Brunsey being able to create on his own, and something we've been talking about with our offense and trying to create with all of our kids is we tell them you got to know what you're doing and expect to get the ball, and that's something that is a different mentality from the past in our offense, and I think it just shows the flexibility that we've got.
Can you comment, Coach Pope, on the no-huddle offense and how you think it went? Because that's brand new.
Yeah, that's something that Coach Viss and myself really put a lot of time into, and Coach Torg and helped out in the winter time. It was something that looking at what we did last year, we really liked where we were heading with the offense, but we just felt like there was a better way to be able to attack defenses and put ourselves in position for more success. So, and again, I got to credit the kids. It's not an easy system to pick up. I mean, we're calling things at the line, and there's a lot of stuff that's a check with me type look, and the kids pick it up. And I don't think we didn't have a false start all night. I don't think.
No,
and
3 penalties, and all of them were ticky-tack. And again, and Lyle kind of read my mind, because I was just going to say all the time that you spent in the off season, that maybe fans watching the stream and stuff here aren't. It's just so cool to see it come together. I know for you more than anybody, because that's what coaching's all about. But for us as fans and broadcasters to get to watch it and see the athletes perform under those, it was just fun. And that's one Friday night. We hope there's a lot more.
Absolutely. Yeah. One of the messages we said to the kids was, to stay positive, obviously, through everything when it was unknown. And to keep working for the reward. The reward is the game. That's what we said yesterday. And we got the opportunity to play the game, and we didn't let it slip tonight for sure.
Well, we got Kenny Soderberg and Brunsey as our co-players of the game, and that wasn't a tough choice, but we said the defense certainly maybe deserves somebody, but that can be next week. And do we have holding for it here next week?
We do, yep.
Okay, so next week's another home Friday night game, and again, congratulations, Coach Pope, and again, keep it going, and congratulate the rest of the coaching staff. And again, that was against a pretty senior-dominated Laker team, so now I know you'll go back to work, but you'll enjoy this one tonight. And
24 hours.
And back to work, because I know how those Sunday night meetings are, because my son's been hitting the film stuff just like Lyle and Jerry used to. So congrats on a great win, and enjoy this one. And thanks to all the people out there listening in the live stream, and these young men doing this. It's a tremendous
they
asset.
deserve a huge hand.
Yeah, and I know Austin's leading the group, but this group of young men doing the live stream, it's tremendous for the people out there in the listening area.
I got texts up here tonight about people coming back saying the live stream was awesome.
That's fantastic. Absolutely. And you guys on the radio and again the kids, hats off to everybody. Thanks a lot. I'm going to head up to the locker room.
All right. So on homecoming night, the Tigers win 42-6. Coach, take those with you. And again, we'll wrap this one up. Again, a big night for the Tigers and Lyle. It was obviously a lot of fun for us up here.
Really fun night. And again, the one key thing that I always look at is that offensive line. And we knew coming back we had experience, but we're young. We have a bunch of juniors up front, and I think they passed the test on the first night. They really, really did a nice job. So anyway, and so those kids did a nice job, and I think and I don't think Kevin mentioned anything about any injury.